You're tuned in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's Long Island Ducks game broadcast will begin shortly. Every game this season will be broadcast live on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network with high-definition video and audio via Boxcast. Fans can tune into the game on the Ducks' official Facebook page and YouTube channel, as well as the team's official website, liducks.com. Thank you for tuning in, and stand by for complete coverage of today's game. 2017 Long Island Ducks season ticket packages are on sale now. Enjoy the best savings and most benefits available to cheer on your hometown team. 10-game mini plans are also on sale and offer fans the same great seats for 10 games throughout 2017, as well as many other exciting opportunities. To find out more information and secure your seats for the 18th season of Ducks baseball, please call 631-940-3825 during normal business hours. The Bethpage Ballpark box office is now open for individual ticket sales. Box office hours are Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Fans can also purchase their tickets by calling 631-940-TIXX or by visiting liducks.com and clicking on the tickets icon. The Ducks offer many packages available for groups with as little as 25 people to as many as 2,000. We offer block seating, pregame and in-game picnics, luxury suites, our exclusive Smokin' Al's party deck, and so much more. In addition, groups have the opportunity to take part in a variety of experiences, such as performing the national anthem or taking the field with the Ducks as the dream team. Group ticket packages for the 2017 season are now on sale. For more information on Ducks group outings, call 631-940-3825 or visit liducks.com. Looking for official Long Island Ducks merchandise, hard-to-find memorabilia, team apparel, and so much more? Then be sure to check out the Waddle In Shop, the official merchandise store of the Ducks. Fans can visit the shop online anytime at liducks.com by clicking on the merchandise icon. Store hours on game days are noon to 4 p.m. and during the game from inside the ballpark only. On non-game days, the store is open Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Children 14 and under can become members of the Bethpage Federal Credit Union Long Island Ducks Kids Club today. Kids will receive a unique gift package and take part in a variety of fun activities that come with being a member of the Kids Club. For more information on how to sign your child up, please call 631-940-3825 during normal business hours. Quacker Jack, the 7-time Best Long Island mascot, is now available for appearances at parties and other special events throughout the Long Island community. Please contact the Community Relations Department at 631-940-3825 to find out more information and to book an appearance. Once again, thank you for tuning in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's game will begin momentarily. You're tuned in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's Long Island Ducks game broadcast will begin shortly. Every game this season will be broadcast live on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network with high-definition video and audio via Boxcast. Fans can tune into the game on the Ducks' official Facebook page and YouTube channel, as well as the team's official website, liducks.com. Thank you for tuning in, and stand by for complete coverage of today's game. 2017 Long Island Ducks season ticket packages are on sale now. Enjoy the best savings and most benefits available to cheer on your hometown team. 10-game mini plans are also on sale and offer fans the same great seats for 10 games throughout 2017, as well as many other exciting opportunities. To find out more information and secure your seats for the 18th season of Ducks baseball, please call 631-940-3825 during normal business hours. The Bethpage Ballpark box office is now open for individual ticket sales. Box office hours are Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Fans can also purchase their tickets by calling 631-940-TIXX or by visiting liducks.com and clicking on the tickets icon. The Ducks offer many packages available for groups with as little as 25 people to as many as 2,000. We offer block seating, pregame and in-game picnics, luxury suites, our exclusive Smokin' Al's party deck, and so much more. In addition, groups have the opportunity to take part in a variety of experiences, such as performing the national anthem or taking the field with the Ducks as the dream team. Group ticket packages for the 2017 season are now on sale. For more information on Ducks group outings, call 631-940-3825 or visit liducks.com. Looking for official Long Island Ducks merchandise, hard-to-find memorabilia, team apparel, and so much more? Then be sure to check out the Waddle Inn Shop, the official merchandise store of the Ducks. Fans can visit the shop online anytime at liducks.com by clicking on the merchandise icon. Store hours on game days are noon to 4 p.m. and during the game from inside the ballpark only. On non-game days, the store is open Monday to Friday from 9 a.m. to 5 p.m. Children 14 and under can become members of the Bethpage Federal Credit Union Long Island Ducks Kids Club today. Kids will receive a unique gift package and take part in a variety of fun activities that come with being a member of the Kids Club. For more information on how to sign your child up, please call 631-940-3825 during normal business hours. Quacker Jack, the 7-time Best Long Island mascot, is now available for appearances at parties and other special events throughout the Long Island community. Please contact the Community Relations Department at 631-940-3825 to find out more information and to book an appearance. Once again, thank you for tuning in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's game will begin momentarily. You're tuned in to the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Today's Long Island Ducks game broadcast will begin shortly. Every game this season will be broadcast live on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network with high-definition video and audio via Boxcast. Fans can tune into the game on the Ducks' official Facebook page and YouTube channel, as well as the team's official website, liducks.com. Thank you for tuning in, and stand by for complete coverage of today's game. 2017 Long Island Ducks season ticket packages are on sale now. Enjoy the best savings and most benefits available to cheer on your hometown team. 10-game mini plans are also on sale and offer fans the same great seats for 10 games throughout 2017, as well as many other exciting opportunities. To find out more information and secure your seats for the 18th season of Ducks baseball, please call 631-940-3825 during normal business hours. The Bethpage Ballpark box office is now open for individual ticket sales. Box office hours are Monday through Friday from 10 a.m. to 6 p.m. and Saturday from 10 a.m. to 2 p.m. Fans can also purchase their tickets by calling 631-940-TIXX or by visiting liducks.com and clicking on the tickets icon. The Ducks offer many packages available for groups with as little as 25 people to as many as 2,000. We offer block seating, pregame and in-game picnics, luxury suites, our exclusive Smokin' Al's party deck, and so much more. In addition, groups have the opportunity to take part in a variety of experiences, such as performing the national anthem or taking the field with the Ducks as the dream team. Group ticket packages for the 2017 season are now on sale. For more information on Ducks group outings, call 631-940-3825 or visit liducks.com.
This is Long Island Ducks baseball.
Justin Davies at the plate, the winning run at third. Crowd going nuts. Swung on, bouncing ball left side, off the mitt, up third baseman Brad Strauss. Here comes Willie Rodriguez. Justin Davies has done it again. The Ducks are one quack away from the championship.
Jason Johnson makes the catch. He makes the catch, and the Long Island Ducks have swept the Camden River Sharks. They are the 2004 Atlantic League champions.
Going back is Adam Bailey. He settles under it. He makes the catch! Adam Bailey makes the catch! And for a second straight year, the Atlantic League trophy will reside on Long Island. The Ducks are the Atlantic League champions.
Swinging a ground ball, hit toward short, charging in his lines. He fields, throws to first. The comeback is complete. From 2-0 down in the series, the Long Island Ducks have won 3 in a row at home. And for the 5th time in franchise history, they will head to the Atlantic
And now it's time for the Long Island Ducks pregame show.
We are live here from the ballpark at Harbor Yard in Bridgeport, Connecticut. It is time once again for Long Island Ducks baseball. And tonight the Ferry Cup rivalry resumes between the Ducks and the Bluefish as the two crosstown rivals play the opening game of this four-game series, their first meeting of the 2017 season. Well, good evening, everybody. My name is Michael Pollack. I'll be bringing you the play-by-play for all of tonight's action. Thank you so much for tuning in here on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network, whether you're joining us at liducks.com, Facebook Live, or YouTube Live. We appreciate you tuning in for what should be an exciting opener of this series as these two teams go at it for the first time in 2017. This is the 9th installment of the Ferry Cup series since it was brought into play in 2009. The Ducks have won 5 of the 8 Ferry Cups, including last year, where Long Island took 12 of the 20 meetings head-to-head between the two teams during the regular season, en route to a Liberty Division championship as well. But the Bluefish are off to the better start this season. They come in at 18-13, 7 wins in their last 10 games. The Ducks, though, are red hot as well. They have taken 5 of their past 6 games, including a 3-game weekend sweep of the Liberty Division rival Somerset Patriots. And so the Ducks closed to within 2.5 games in the Liberty Division standings. Bridgeport and Somerset were tied at the end of Sunday's action. Somerset, though, with a pair of wins thus far in Sugar Land, Texas, has opened up a 1-game lead over Bridgeport and a 3.5-game lead over Long Island going into the start of this 4-game series. Well, the Ducks ended their homestand right. They picked up a series sweep of the Somerset Patriots, and they capped it off on Sunday with an 8-1 win over the Patriots behind a terrific start from Tim Melville, who was brilliant. 6 scoreless innings, allowed just 3 hits and 2 walks, struck out a season-high 8. And meanwhile, offensively, Long Island was in charge as well. In the second inning with 1 out, Mark Krause drew a walk, and that brought up Alex Berg.
And he hits it deep to left field, back towards the pole. If it's fair, it's gone. And that ball is gone! A solo homer for Alex Berg, his 5th of the season. Checking a 2-run shot as Mark Krause on ahead of him. And that makes it 2-0 Long Island. Slaps the hand of Kevin Baez at third, makes his way to the plate. And it's 2-0 Ducks, but here comes Brett Jody, the manager of the Somerset Patriots, to try to argue it was a foul ball.
Well, he argued to no avail as the Ducks had a 2-0 lead, and then 1 inning later against David Kubiak, Dan Lyons singled to right. Phelan Lentini was hit by a pitch. Delta Cleary Jr. sacrificed the runners over to second and third, and up came Angelo Sanco.
2-1 is well hit toward right field, way back at the pole. If it's fair, it's gone, and that ball is gone! A 3-run homer to right for Angelo Sanco, his team leading 8th of the season, and that makes it 5-0 Flock. He gets the low 5 from Kevin Baez at third, makes his way to home plate, and Sanco's 3rd homer in his last 6 games has Long Island on top by a 5 spot.
So Berg and Sanco with the long balls. In fact, the two have combined for the last 6 Ducks home runs. And Long Island had a 5-0 lead at that point. Kubiak would settle down, but Long Island would put the game out of reach in the 8th inning against El Haj Muhammad, making his Somerset Patriots debut. A leadoff walk to Sanco, a 1-out single to Krause, and up came Alex Berg.
0-1 is in the air to right center field. The center fielder Pacioli going over. He won't get there. It drops in. Sanco turns third. He will score. It's an RBI single for Alex Berg. And now the throw gets away. And Krause will score as well. Make it 7-0 in favor of Long Island.
So it's a base hit and an RBI for Berg, and then on the throwing error by Tyler Bortnick on the relay into third base, trying to get Krause there. The throw went into the dugout. Krause scored 7-0 at that point. A strikeout and a walk would follow, and then Lyons would round out the scoring for the Ducks.
2-2 to Lyons. Late decision, swings, rips it up the middle. It's a base hit. Turning third and coming home to score is Alex Berg. Dan Lyons has his 3rd hit of the game. It is 8-0 Long Island.
So Dan Lyons with the RBI single would cap the scoring for the Ducks. The Patriots scored an unearned run in the ninth. That was it. The Ducks won 8-1, out-hit the Patriots 9-3. Tim Melville, the win, improved to 2-2. He won both of his starts on the homestand for Long Island. David Kubiak, the loss, fell to 2-3. Game took a quick 2 hours and 31 minutes in front of 4,663 at Bethpage Ballpark. We'll take a break here on the pregame show. When we come back, I sit down with Ducks pitching coach Billy Horn to discuss the outstanding starting pitching that Long Island had during the series against Somerset.
Hey fans, this is manager Kevin Baez, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Going way back is Joe Holden, and he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly, and the Ducks have tied it at 1. That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Back at the ballpark at Harbor Yard in Bridgeport, Connecticut, getting ready for tonight's series opener between the Ducks and the Bluefish, while Long Island's starting pitching led the way in the Ducks series sweep over the Somerset Patriots. 18 shutout innings between the trio of Rafael Perez, Dennis O'Grady, and Tim Melville. They allowed just 7 hits and 6 walks while striking out 22. I caught up with Ducks pitching coach Billy Horn to discuss the terrific outings from the starters.
Delta, it's hard this early in the season to classify games as big wins.
Well, Billy, what a great series against the Somerset Patriots to close out that homestand. 3 straight wins, and what more can you say about the starters? 18 scoreless innings from Perez, O'Grady, and Melville. Just speak about what they did to completely shut down the Somerset lineup.
Oh, they were fantastic, just like you said. You know, one thing we talk about here is strike one, and those guys got ahead in a lot of counts. And, you know, they threw strikes, they kept the ball down, they let our defense work, and gave us a chance to win all 3 games.
To highlight all 3, let's go one by one. Perez obviously got off to a little bit of a shaky start this year, went from the stretch to the windup, and since he's done that, he's been so impressive. What do you think changed between those first couple starts and what he's done since?
I think it was a matter of him just getting his legs underneath him, you know, an organizational guy. You know, you don't want to say his first couple of starts were his spring training, but they kind of were, you know, and now that his spring training is behind him, you know, we expect more of the same, you know, 5, 6, 7, you know, inning outings and, you know, just giving our club a chance to win and turn it over to our bullpen, who's been throwing well also.
Dennis O'Grady began the year in the bullpen, moved into the starting rotation. He's been lights out all season long. How difficult is it as a pitcher to go from that relief role to a starting role, and how impressive is it that he's done it so smoothly?
Yeah, it's not the easiest thing in the world to do, you know, but KB and I were talking with him even before we got here, letting him know that he's going to start it as a long guy with an opportunity to move right into the rotation, depending if anyone gets picked up or hurt or whatever the case may be. So he made sure that when he was throwing in his side sessions that he was lengthening himself out, and like you said, he's been lights out. You know, it's great to see that a guy coming off of surgery a couple of years ago, you know, he's throwing in the low to mid 90s now, even into the 7th and 8th inning, just like he did the other day. So he's been fantastic. It's been, you know, a real pleasure to have him around this year too.
And finally, Tim Melville's not a guy in his career that struck out a lot traditionally, but 8 strikeouts on Sunday to close out that series. What was working so specifically well for him?
Strike one. You know, his last couple of starts, his stuff is so good that even if he's behind in the counts, he's going to have good outings. But he had a really strong outing, especially a very good hitting ball club in Somerset. But, you know, like we always talk, you get ahead, it just makes your off-speed stuff, you know, that much more effective. So, you know, he did a really great job of getting ahead, and again, also just keeping their bats quiet and giving us a chance to win later in the game.
And outside of the pitching staff in that series, to get those back-to-back walk-off wins and then come up with a blowout win on Sunday, showing you guys can win kind of in all different ways,
to take 5 of 6 on that homestand, just how much of a confidence boost do you think that was for this team that got off to such a slow start at home?
Oh, it was great. It was great. You know, we had spoken earlier in the year. I remember that I think we were 1-5 or 1-6 at home, and we were 7-4 on the road. And I was kind of like, wait, what's going on? We can't win at home, kind of joking around, but long season. And, you know, just to show, like you said, we can win in any situation. And, you know, right now we've been winning at home, and we look to continue to do the same thing here on the road in Bridgeport.
Another big divisional matchup as you guys come here to Bridgeport for a 4-game set tonight. The last 2 Atlantic League pitchers of the year take them out against each other in Brownell and Albaladejo. How excited are you for that matchup?
I'm pretty excited, you know, and obviously as a pitching guy, I wish every game was 2-1. So, you know, we're looking for Brownie, and he's been doing a great job. Just take the mound, give us, you know, 6, 7, 8 innings, whatever he's going to give us, and, you know, hopefully, you know, hold the opposition to, you know, 2 or 3 runs or less like he's done just about every single start. So, you know, we're looking for our bats to come out hot like we have been, you know, swinging the bats pretty well the last couple of games, and, you know, looking to get a W tonight.
Doubleheader tomorrow. Game 1 is Matt Larkins, and what do you think he needs to do, a guy that's been struggling of late, what do you think he needs to do to kind of turn his luck around?
You know, what I'm really hoping for is he has a very quick, you know, 10, 11 pitch first inning, just to get him kind of back. You know, the last couple of outings, he's had some long first innings. You know, some hard luck, some balls that haven't been really scorched. He hasn't been, I want to say, hit around the park, you know, in that right. But, you know, obviously look at his stat line. It hasn't been perfect, but he's been making some really good pitches, and you got to remember this is a very, very good league with some very, very, very good hitters. And you know, in certain situations, Matt, you know, Lady Luck hasn't been on his side, so hopefully he'll come out. He's continued to work hard in between starts, and you know, hopefully he'll have a really good and quick first inning tomorrow to kind of get his legs under him, and hopefully he can give us, you know, 6 or 7 and get a W tomorrow.
And finally, the series will be closed out with the return of 2 pitchers, Jack Snodgrass, who hasn't pitched yet this season but was very good for the Ducks last year, and Keith Couch, who started 2 games so far before getting injured. What have you seen from them throwing in live simulation that gives you the confidence that they'll be able to succeed when they take the mound?
Basically, what we've seen is that these guys are ready, you know, and you know, one thing that we do here, you know, working with the medical staff, with Tony and Dottie, you know, KB and I, we all make sure we're all on the same page, you know, talking to the players and making sure that they feel good, and we're giving them enough time to, you know, see enough live hitters in between, you know, their time that they've been out or when they're ready, and not rushing them. You know, a lot of times you see, oh, we want to get this guy back here on the bump and everything, but, you know, we don't do that over here, so that's really nice, and you know, I'm excited to see these guys get out there, get after it, compete, and start putting up some good numbers like they've done in the past, whether it be for the Ducks or in an organization.
Thanks so much, Billy. Best of luck here in Bridgeport.
I appreciate it, my man. Enjoy the series.
That is Ducks pitching coach Billy Horn. We will take another break here on the pregame show. When we come back, we'll look at this terrific pitching matchup on tap for tonight. The back-to-back Atlantic League Pitchers of the Year. 2015 was John Brownell, and 2016, Jonathan Albaladejo.
Hey fans, this is pitching coach Billy Horn, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Oh, I love it! The color of my new Nicolap patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolak walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolak pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolak's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolak. Visit Nicolak.com.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
The singing of our national anthem being performed this evening by Riverfield Elementary.
What
tonight's national anthem performed by Riverfield Elementary School, and it was preceded as well by a moment of silence for all of the victims and their families of yesterday's terrorist attack in Manchester, England. Our thoughts and prayers go out to the victims of that attack as well. Just terrible, terrible news that came across yesterday evening of the attack at the Manchester Arena. And so we are certainly thinking of them as we begin tonight's Ferry Cup Series matchup between the Ducks and the Bluefish. Well, on the mound tonight for Bridgeport is right-hander Jonathan Alabaladejo, the defending Atlantic League Pitcher of the Year. Was brilliant last year, 15-6 record, 28 starts, struck out 164 batters in 172 and 2/3 innings, and at a 4.06 ERA. Has had some ups and downs in the early going this year. 3-1 record, 4.69 ERA through 5 starts. Has walked only 10 and struck out 26, and is coming off of arguably his second best outing of the year when he threw 7 innings of 2-run ball in a win, 7-2 in New Britain last Tuesday, a week ago tonight. On the other side is right-hander John Brownell, who was the 2015 Atlantic League Pitcher of the Year when he went 12-6 with a 3.38 ERA in 26 starts and struck out 146 in 175 and 2/3 innings. This year he has been strong, 2-0 record and a 3.03 ERA through 6 starts. Picked up the win his last time out. That was a week ago tomorrow, last Wednesday, at Bethpage Ballpark against York. 5 2/3 innings of 2-run ball. He did walk 4, a season high, and struck out 2, but the Ducks won the game 6-3. For the starting lineups for Kevin Baez's Long Island Ducks, Anthony Vega is back in the leadoff spot tonight. He is in left field. Batting second in right field is Phelan Lantini. The 3-hitter is the designated hitter Angelo Sanco. And batting in the cleanup spot, the second baseman Elmer Reyes. Mark Krause at first base hits 5th. Alex Berg does the catching and bats 6th. Hitting 7th, playing third base, Cody Puckett. Delta Cleary Jr. is in center field and bats 8th. And rounding out the order for the Ducks is the shortstop, Dan Lyons. We will give you the Bridgeport lineup momentarily. Anthony Vega has stepped into the batter's box, and the first pitch from Jonathan Albaladejo is a breaking ball at the knees for strike 1. We're underway at about 7:14 p.m. here at the ballpark at Harbor Yard in Bridgeport, Connecticut. Bluefish in the home white uniforms. The Ducks are in their road grays. And the 0-1 delivery is down in the dirt, taken by Vega to even the count at 1-1. For the Bluefish, who are managed by Luis Rodriguez, Luis Hernandez will lead off. He is the shortstop. Jose Cuevas bats second at third base. And in the number 3 spot is the second baseman, Alberto Callaspo. 1-1. Albaladejo winds and fires, and Vega swings and misses out in front of an off-speed pitch, and it's 1-2. Sean Burrows, the former Duck, in the cleanup spot at first base. Jose Heel does the catching and bats 5th. Tony Abreu, the DH and 6-hitter. Jonathan Galvez is in left field batting 7th. Here is the 1-2 to Vega. Swinging a little tapper foul back behind the plate. Hitting 8th and in right field is Osni Guillen. And rounding out the order, the center fielder, Darby Myers. Again, the Ducks have won 3 in a row, 5 of their last 6. They have improved back to 500 at 15-15 this season. Bluefish have won 7 of their last 10, and they are 18-13. Fly ball foul, third base side by Vega. Fights off another pitch from Albaladejo. And so the count remains 1-2 on Vega, who's 4 for his first 17 of the season. Joined the Ducks this past week after finishing up his academics at the University of Arizona. Another 1-2 from Albaladejo. And Vegas chases the breaking ball down in the dirt for strike 3. Jose Heel will throw on to Sean Burrows at first for the putout. And there's one away here in the top half of the first inning. So 1 down, and that'll bring up the right fielder, Phelan Lantini. Lights are on all around the ballpark with cloudy skies overhead. No rain is expected to affect this game. It's supposed to come a little bit later tonight, overnight, before tomorrow's single admission doubleheader. It's a 4-game and 3-day series for these two teams. They play tonight, they play Thursday night, and in between, a single admission doubleheader, 2 7-inning games beginning at 10:35 in the morning tomorrow. First pitch on the way to Lantini, and it takes a fastball on the outside corner for strike 1 from Jonathan Albaladejo. Lantini struggling this year, 189 batting average, no homers, 4 runs batted in. From the wind, the 0-1, and Lantini takes just off the outside corner. Might have been a little below the knees as well. It was close, and that'll even things up at 1-1 on Lantini. He'll be followed by Angelo Sanco, the lefty hitter. Albaladejo gets the sign, winds and fires, the 1-1. Swinging a chopper back to the mound, fielded on a big hop by Albaladejo.
The underhand's on a first for the putout. And 2 away here in the opening inning. Defensive lineup tonight for the Bluefish. Jonathan Galvez starts in left field. The center fielder Darby Myers and Osni Guillen, the son of former Major League player and manager Ozzie Guillen, is in right. On the infield from left to right, Jose Cuevas at third, Luis Hernandez the shortstop, Alberto Callaspo the second baseman, Sean Burrows is at first, and doing the catching behind home plate is Jose Heel for the starter Jonathan Albaladejo. Here's the lefty swinging Angelo Sanco to the plate. Albaladejo gets the sign, winds and fires. And Sanco out in front of the fastball, swings and misses for strike one. Sanco hitting .284 on the year, tied for the league lead in home runs with 8. And he has driven in 20 runs on the season. Albaladejo ready in the 0-1. Sanco hits a high fly ball to right, got under it a bit. Backing up on it is Guillen. And he will settle under it and make the catch to retire the side here in the first. So Albaladejo sets the Ducks down in order, 1-2-3 on a strikeout, a groundout, and a flyout. To the bottom half of the first inning we go. It's the Ducks nothing, and the Bluefish coming up to bat.
Hey fans, this is pitcher John Brownell, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Long Island's Ford Giant is celebrating its 60th year anniversary. Stop by Sayville Ford to check out their state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Bethpage Ballpark is a great place to watch a ball game, so why not do so from some of the best seats in the house? The Ducks are proud to present the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden. Open for all fans on nights when the Smokin' Owl's party deck has not been reserved, the Beer Garden will feature a variety of frosty draft and bottled brews, as well as several food choices. The area has been decked out with bar rail seating and Ducks branded furniture to provide a comfortable atmosphere for everyone. Be sure to stop by and check out the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden on your next visit to the ballpark. Bottom of the first coming up, no score here in Bridgeport. Fans every walk by Ducks batter this season is presented by City MD Urgent Care. There are over 15 City MD locations across Long Island, offering the comprehensive quality care you need the moment you need it. City MD Urgent Care, need a doctor? Just walk in. Well, Bridgeport and Long Island, both very similar in many ways. Bridgeport, like Long Island, has had their struggles at home but has played well on the road. Bridgeport just 6-6 here at the ballpark at Harbor Yard this year. The Ducks, meanwhile, started off slowly, and then with their 5 wins in 6 games this past week at Bethpage Ballpark, now 7-8 at home. Bridgeport, though, the best road record in the Atlantic League at 12-7. The Ducks, meanwhile, 8-7 on the road. Now, Bridgeport this year has been doing it with their offense. That has certainly been the case. They've got a lineup full of guys who are hitting especially well, including their 3, 4, and 5 hitters, Callaspo, Burrows, and Heel, who are all hitting over 310 this year. Burrows with a 400 batting average coming into today, so that will be the key. Is Long Island starting pitching going to need to mimic what they did against Somerset and minimize any sort of damage from the opposition? First pitch on the way, misses inside at low for ball 1 from John Brownell, the right-hander for the Ducks, making his 7th start of the year. He's 2-0 thus far with a 3.03 earned run average. 1-0. And this is hit on the ground to second base. 2 hops for Elmer Reyes. He'll throw on a first to Mark Krause for the putout. 1 away on 2 pitches here in the bottom half of the first inning. Hernandez, the switch hitting shortstop, was hitting .294 coming into that at bat. If you didn't get to join us on the pregame show, we talked about the terrific starting pitching for the Ducks of late in the 3-game sweep over Somerset. 18 scoreless innings between Rafael Perez, Dennis O'Grady, and Tim Melville. They allowed just 7 hits and 6 walks in those 18 innings and struck out 22 batters. So just very impressive stuff from the starters in their wins. First pitch is a slider on the outside corner for strike 1. Jose Cuevas, the third baseman and number 2 hitter at the plate from the right side.
He's hitting .246 on the season for the Bluefish. Brownell winds and fires, and this breaking ball catches the outside corner for strike two. Good pitch at the knees for Brownell. 1 homer, 13 RBIs for Cuevas, who will be followed by the second baseman Alberto Callaspo. Brownell's 0-2, swinging a little tapper to the third base side of the mound. Brownell off the rubber to field it, throws on a first, perfect strike to Mark Krause. Good athletic play for Ducks right-hander John Brownell. And 2 away quickly here in the bottom of the first inning. The defensive lineup for the Ducks tonight: Anthony Vega starts in left field, Delta Cleary Jr. in center, and Phelan Lentini is in right. On the infield, Cody Puckett, the starter at third base. Dan Lyons is at shortstop. Second baseman is Elmer Reyes, and at first base is Mark Krause behind home plate. Doing the catching is Alex Berg and John Brownell on the rubber. First pitch to Callaspo is a fastball in for a strike, 0-1. Callaspo, a former major leaguer, switch hitter from the left side, .342 average on the season. And here he takes low from Brownell, a little bit away as well, 1-1. Callaspo with 4 home runs and 14 RBIs. He's also the league leader in runs scored coming into today's action with 21. A 1-1. Line drive right center field. That ball is going to get down for a base hit. Delta Cleary Jr. over to cut it off. Callaspo around first going for 2. Here comes the throw in, and it's not in time. Good base running for Callaspo. Cleary Jr. had a little bit of trouble with it as he was running towards right center. The ball hit the ground and kind of cut back towards center field and handcuffed Cleary Jr. a bit, but they're going to rule a straight double, I believe, on that play. And if so, that's the 9th double of the year for Callaspo. So there's the first base runner of this ball game. It is indeed a double for Callaspo, and now former Duck Sean Burrows will come to the plate. And I think one of the big keys for the Ducks in this series is going to be keeping him at bay, because he has absolutely wrecked the ball here in the early going of the season. First pitch to him is taken inside for ball 1. Burrows, a .400 batting average coming into today's action. He leads the league in hits and leads the league in batting. .400 batting average, 42 hits and 105 at-bats for Burrows. It's the 1-0. Fastball hits the outside corner. Burrows thought it was outside, but it's strike 1. And the key for Burrows, too, is he gets a lot of singles. He's got 7 extra base hits this year, 6 doubles and a home run. And the rest of his hits are all singles. But boy, does he get on base a lot. 1-1 on the way. Burrows a half swing on a pitch diving down and in. Home plate umpire John Grosso does say he went around. And so that is strike 2. And Brownell looking for strike 3 to try and get out of this first inning with the score still knotted up at 0. Alberto Callaspo takes his lead off of second base. Brownell looks in for the sign from Berg, gets the pitch he likes. And here's the 1-2. Burrows a swing and a tapper to the right side. Mark Krause off of first base fields, throws to Brownell, covering. And no, they say he's safe. They say the throw pulled Brownell off of the bag. And so safe at first is going to be Burrows, and Kevin Baez is going to come out of the dugout to have a word with Calvin Baker, the first base umpire. The ball was in the hole between first and second. Mark Krause went to his right to field. Brownell raced over to first base. Looked like he was about a step ahead of Sean Burrows. And after the play was made, it looked like Baker shook his head yes, and then ruled safe. I don't know if he was shaking his head to say that he indeed was safe because the throw pulled Brownell off the bag or what. It has not yet been scored either as a hit or an error, but either way, the Bluefish now with runners at the corners, 2 men out, and that's going to bring the catcher, Jose Gil, to the plate. They will rule an error on the play. So we'll wait and see. I would have to think it is on Brownell for not touching first base, because the throw from Krause seemed to be on the money, but we'll wait and see for sure. So now Jose Gil, the catcher and 5-hitter, comes up. Coincidentally, he wears number 5 as well for the Bluefish. First pitch from Brownell, and Gil will take a breaking ball down and away for ball 1. They do rule an error on Brownell, so it will be his second error of the season. Again, they say he did not touch first base on the flip over. So now runners at first and third with 2 down. Here comes a 1-0. Brownell fires to the plate. Heel will take. And that breaking ball is at the knees for a strike. A late call from John Grasso. Heel did not like it. And the count 1-1. Heel batting .313, a home run and 8 runs batted in. He has scored 12 runs. Cayaspo the man at third and Burrows the runner at first. Here's the 1-1. Heel takes another big breaking ball from Brownell. This one misses high and inside. And it is 2-1. First of 20 meetings between the two teams this year. They will play 10 in each half against each other to determine the Ferry Cup Series champion. 2-1 delivery. That missing low and outside from Brownell. So Heel now ahead at 3-1. After getting 2 outs quickly on a pair of groundouts, a double and the error have put 2 men on, and the Bluefish threatening to take the early lead. Runners lead from the corners with 2 down, 3-1 to Heel. He takes a fastball at the knees. Good pitch from Brownell. Did not give Heel something he could hit. And fired a fastball right at the bottom of the strike zone over the inside corner. So now full of 3-2 with runners at the corners. Burrows will be off on the pitch from the Ducks right-hander. Brownell comes set. Here's the 3-2, and Heel will swing and chop one right into the ground. Another breaking ball from Brownell. A 12-6 curveball, and Heel was out in front, but just did get enough to stay alive. Now, the Bluefish certainly making Brownell work as he's getting closer to 20 pitches here in this first inning. Another 3-2. Brownell fires, and Heel will swing and foul one off to the first base side and out of play. Mentioned this before, the Bluefish, the league leaders in batting, .294 average on the season. Their pitching staff has been middle of the pack at .406, and they are the worst defensive team in the league with 36 errors and a .967 field percentage. Meanwhile, the Ducks are close to their second in fielding. They lead the league in pitching coming into today. 3-2, fouled off again down the right field line by Heel. But it's the offense that has struggled for the Ducks as they rank 6th of the 8th team. So combine the Ducks pitching and defense with the Bluefish offense and you've got a super team. But the Ducks certainly like the offense that they have and the team they have overall. And the offense started to come alive on that last homestand for the Ducks, and that helped them to 5 wins in 6 games. So Heel has fought off 3 straight 3-2 pitches from John Brownell. Here comes a 4th. Kick and the delivery, and Heel takes a fastball inside ball 4. Brownell started to walk off the mound thinking he had strike 3, but does not get the call. First walk of the day for the right-hander. And the bases now loaded with Bluefish. Now the designated hitter, Tony Abreu, coming up to the plate. One thing Brownell certainly said after his last outing, which he walked 4 in 5 2/3 innings against the York Revolution last Wednesday, was that he needed to cut down the walks. 4 walks for him was unacceptable. He knew it. And so that's something he's trying to work on today. Here's Tony Abreu from the left side. First pitch, and a breaking ball misses down in the dirt. Good block by Alex Berg. 1-0. Abreu is a switch hitter. With EH for Bridgeport at .263 on the year. He's got 1 home run and 12 runs batted in. A Metro North train rolls along the train tracks from right to left beyond the outfield wall. A long look in from Brownell, and now he wants to go through the sides again with Alex Berg. Here's the 1-0 delivery. And Abreu lines one in the air to right, deep. Phelan Lantini over towards the line. He'll make the catch. And John Brownell is able to work into and out of trouble here in the first inning. So for the Bluefish, no runs, 1 hit, an error and a walk, 3 left on base for the Bluefish. And as we go to the second inning, here at the ballpark at Harbor Yard, we remain scoreless.
Hey fans, this is shortstop Dan Lyons, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. PSEG Long Island is making things work for you with over 10 energy efficiency programs that can help you save on your monthly electric bill. From our free online energy analyzer and in-home energy assessments to rebates on energy-efficient air conditioning, even discounts on LED light bulbs. Helping you save on electricity is our job. What to do with your savings?
Flight 85 now boarding for the magic of Orlando.
Is entirely up to you. Visit pseglyny.com/save money. Just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Michael Pollack with you as we move to the second inning here in Bridgeport. No score as John Brownell works out of a bases-loaded two-out jam in the bottom half of the first inning. And as we head to the second, it's time for the Ducks Health Report, which is brought to you by Island Shore Physical Therapy, the official therapist of the Long Island Ducks. Definitely some good news coming out today on the health front for the Ducks. Nolan Reimold, who has been out on the disabled list retroactive to May the 9th with an injury to his side, has been activated and reinstated to the active list. And Kevin Baez has said that he will likely start him in one of the two games tomorrow of the single admission doubleheader, with the lefty going in game one. Most likely game one will be Reimold's. First pitch taken on the outside corner for strike one by Elmer Reyes. He'll be followed by Mark Krause and Alex Berg here in the second. Al Baladejo winds and fires. And the 0-1, swinging a chopper towards short. Charging in on it, Hernandez fields the high hop, throws to first for the out. 6-3 on the putout, one away here in the second. David Aardsma was put on the inactive list over the weekend, as he has still been a bit under the weather. He has been reinstated to the active list. Still not available tonight, but his return is coming soon. Jack Snodgrass, we talked about, had been dealing with arm soreness, has been reinstated to the active list, so he will be starting game two of the doubleheader tomorrow. And then Keith Couch, who is still on the inactive list, is scheduled to start the final game of the series here on Thursday night. So the Ducks getting a lot of their injured players back, as this fastball misses low and outside, ball one. Of course, Rafael Perez, who did hurt his groin in his last start and is missing the start in this series, is out on the inactive list. Ducks hoping that is not too serious. Doesn't seem to be the case. 1-0, and Krause takes a breaking ball again down and in for ball two from Al Baladejo. So good to see some of the injured Ducks getting back onto the active roster, and will be making some appearances in this series. 2-0 to Krause. He swings and rips one foul down the first base line, a hard ground ball. But fights it off. 2-1 now on Krause, who's hitting .278 this year, 2 home runs and 16 runs batted in. Defense slightly shifts towards the right side, so the shortstop playing close to second. Now the third baseman Cuevas well off the bag at third base. 2-1 to Krause, and he'll take a fastball just outside. Didn't miss by much, but now 3-1 on the Ducks first baseman, a good hitter's count. Baladejo winds and fires the 3-1, and that is on the outside corner, belt high for a strike. Like a changeup from the right-hander there, so it's now 3-2. Alex Berg will be next for the Ducks in this scoreless game. Payoff. Krause takes downstairs, ball 4, so a one-out walk issued by Jonathan Al Baladejo, the Ducks' first walk of the evening. In fact, their first base runner. And that walk brought to you by City MD Urgent Care. There are over 15 City MD locations across Long Island. Need a doctor? Just walk in. So 1 on and 1 out for the Ducks, and that will bring the catcher and 6-hitter Alex Berg to the plate. Berg batting from the right side. He has been red hot of late and has gotten that average right up onto the cusp of 300. 299 coming into tonight. First pitch from Albaladejo, and Berg lines one in the air to right center field. On the run is the right fielder Osni Guillen, and he makes the catch. Back to first goes Mark Krause, and a good play by Sean Burrows to race over and cut off the throw. So there is the second out. A good swing off the bat from Alex Berg, but that liner just did not stay in the gap enough. So 2 away, the runner still at first. And that will pass the baton along to the Ducks' third baseman, Cody Puckett. Well, it's been an up and down year for Albaladejo. First 2 starts got back-to-back wins in Sugar Land and home against Southern Maryland. Allowed just 1 run in 14 innings. Gave up 8 hits, no walks in that span, and struck out 13. But his next 2 starts were ones he will certainly like to forget. First pitch here is a fastball knee-high for a strike to Puckett. May 4th in Lancaster, 5 runs on 6 hits and 7 walks in a 8-6 win, so he got a no decision. But Albaladejo is certainly not the reason why they won. Here's the 0-1 as Krause leads off first. And Puckett hits a chopper towards the middle. Luis Hernandez fields behind second, throws to the second baseman in time. And that will end the inning. 6-4 for us. We'll go through the rest of Albaladejo's numbers a little bit later on. No runs, no hits, a walk, and a runner left on base for Long Island. To the bottom half of the second inning, with the score still 0-0.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Delta Cleary Jr., and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. And best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Radisson Hotel, Hauppauge, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 631-231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app has officially arrived. Powered by ClearVision Apps, it's your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. Buy tickets straight from your mobile device. Receive game status updates with push notifications. Check out up-to-the-minute news and scores and interact with the Ducks on social media. Best of all, it's free. Download the Ducks mobile app today by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. The Long Island Ducks mobile app, with you wherever you flock to.
So we go to the bottom half of the second inning with the game still scoreless. Finish up what we were saying about Albaladejo. 4 2/3 innings, 5 runs on May 4th in Lancaster, then May 10th here against Somerset. And a 9-1 loss, his only loss of the year. He allowed 8 runs on 11 hits in 5 innings. But turned that around his last time out with 7 innings of 2-run balls, striking out 6 in a 7-2 win in New Britain. Trying to make it another good start here, and he's off to a good start tonight with 2 scoreless and hitless innings. First pitch is a breaking ball strike from John Brownell to Jonathan Galvez as we begin the bottom of the second inning. Galvez batting in the number 7 spot for Bridgeport. Now the 0-1 here is down and away. 1 ball and 1 strike. John Brownell broke a streak of 4 consecutive no decisions with a win his last time out. That was last Wednesday at Bethpage Ballpark. He threw 5 2/3 innings of 2-run ball and a 6-3 win over the Revolution. 1-1. That fastball misses a bit high. 2-1 the count. Brownell has allowed 3 runs or less in all 6 of his starts this year. He's allowed 2 earned runs in each of his last 3 starts. And that fastball just missing inside from Brownell. He hasn't been getting that inside corner. John Grasso, the home plate umpire, saying he was inside when Brownell asked for the location. Now the 3-1 delivery. And that fastball misses upstairs, ball 4. And again, Brownell looking in puzzled from the pitcher's mound to home plate. Starting to walk towards the plate here to have a discussion with John Grasso, asking where the location is. But Brownell was not missing by much in that at-bat. Tried to hit the inside corner, didn't get the call. Tried to hit the belt, didn't get the call. So a second walk issued by the Ducks right-hander and the leadoff man on for the Bluefish. Galvez at .255 on the year with 7 home runs and 19 RBIs. Here's Osni Guillen from the left side, the right fielder and 8-hitter. He swings first pitch and grounds one foul to the Bluefish dugout on the first base side. Brownell would have had 3 consecutive quality starts had he been able to get the final out of the 6th inning last Wednesday, but he allowed a 2-out, 2-run single to Carlos Triunfel before Kevin Baez went to his bullpen. 0-1. High fly ball in the air to left, hit pretty well, but playable for Anthony Vega. Tracks backwards to make the catch. Galvez will retreat to first. And Guillen retired on the opposite field flyout for out number 1. This is the first time Brownell is facing the Bluefish this year. Obviously, it's the first meeting of the year between the two teams. They did play a couple of spring training games against each other. Bluefish won here before the teams played to a tie at Bethpage Ballpark, not uncommon for spring training games. Last year, Brownell made 3 starts against the Bluefish and posted a 1-run record with a 4.15 ERA. Struck out 15 and walked just 4 in 21 2/3 innings. Now the righty swinging center fielder Darby Myers to the plate, the 9-hitter for the Bluefish. Brownell's first pitch to him is hit toward short sharply. Big hop though, and it goes over Dan Lyons and into left field. Oh, what a terrible break for the Ducks. It's going to be a base hit for Darby Myers, but Dan Lyons was right there ready to turn a double play, and that ball took the biggest of hops that you could ever imagine off of this infield, which just from the naked eye when you look at it looks in terrible shape. It just took a bad hop, hopped way over the head of Lyons, and nothing they can do about it. So the second hit allowed by John Brownell on what should have been an inning-ending double play. So back to the top of the order we go for the switch-hitting shortstop, Luis Hernandez. Brownell comes set, and the first pitch. Hernandez takes a fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. Hernandez grounded out to second base his first time up. Lyons was positioned so perfectly for that baseball off the bat of Myers, and even with Myers' speed, Ducks likely returning that, but nothing you can do about it when it takes that high of a hop. 0-1. High pop up in the air, foul territory, third base side. Berg chasing towards the stands, but will run out of room. And this goes 5 rows back into the crowd. 0-2 the count now on the Bluefish shortstop. Again, this is the Ducks' first game here, so they don't know too much about how the field is playing this year. But traditionally, there have been some tricky hops on this field, and it's gotten a lot of work. Tomorrow, 4 games are going to be played on this field. The Ducks and the Bluefish in a doubleheader, and then a doubleheader of high school action afterwards. That was rained out yesterday. 0-2, breaking ball, just missing the outside corner. Brownell tried to paint the outside corner at the knees, didn't get it, so it's 1-2 on Hernandez. Delta Cleary Jr. shaded towards left center field. The 1-2. And this time Brownell misses inside. We'll even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Light crowd on hand here for the opening game of this 4-game set. I'm sure we'll see a ton of kids here tomorrow for game 1, the 10:35 start. 2-2 delivery now. Breaking ball cut on and fouled off. Just getting a piece of it was Hernandez. Brownell had him fooled, but Hernandez just caught a little bit. Ducks made their way here today, as is tradition, across the Bridgeport Port Jefferson Steamboat Company ferry from Port Jefferson, Long Island, here to Bridgeport, Connecticut. One of those ferries now heading out from Bridgeport back to Long Island. Right beyond the center field wall, you can see it. The big white vessel moving from left to right. Another 2-2 from Brownell. Runners lead from first and second with 1 out. Here's the pitch, and Hernandez takes just inside. May have been a little low too. Hernandez doing a good job to work the count, and that has run the count full at 3-2. Luis Rodriguez gives the sign, the manager for the Bluefish and former Duck down at third base. I don't think we will see Runners going here with the open lane to third base with a lefty hitter at the plate. We'll see, though. Here's the payoff from Brownell. Runners don't go, and the pitch is swung on and grounded to first base. Mark Krause charges fields. He'll have one play, and that's to step on first. So he does get the second out of the inning on a 3 unassisted putout. Down to second base goes Myers. To third goes Galvez. So, 2 in scoring position with 2 away. And that will bring Jose Cuevas, the third baseman, to the plate for Bridgeport. Well, Bridgeport this season has posted a .279 batting average in these situations with runners in scoring position and 2 men out. Jose Cuevas in these situations, 4 hits and 10 at-bats with a home run and 5 RBIs. So Brownell will try and keep him quiet here. And the first pitch, Cuevas takes a breaking ball on the outside corner for strike 1. As good as Cuevas has been, Brownell has been very good too. Opponents hitting just .188 against Brownell this year. 3 hits and 16 at-bats with runners in scoring position and 2 away. Now the 0-1. And Cuevas hits a sharp ground ball to short. Dan Lyons gobbles this one up. And throw on a first in time for the out. So John Brownell has stranded 5 runners on base through the first 2 innings. And he works out of another jam here in the second, caused by that big bounce that went over Dan Lyons' head. So in the second inning, no runs for the Bluefish, 1 hit, 1 walk, and 2 more runners left on base. After 2 here at the ballpark at Harbor Yard, we remain scoreless.
Hey fans, this is infielder Cody Puckett, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Going way back is Joe Holden, and he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly, and the Ducks have tied it at 1.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
Fans, New York Sports Day is one of the largest independent New York sports news sources out there for coverage of the Ducks, Mets, Yankees, major and minor league baseball, football, basketball, hockey, and soccer. Visit www.nysportsday.com. New York Sports Day, your independent Gotham sports news source. On to inning number 3 here in Bridgeport with no score. Delta Cleary Jr. will lead things off for the Ducks, switch hitting center fielder, batting from the left side. And the first pitch from Jonathan Albaladejo is a fastball on the inside corner for strike 1. Well, so far, Albaladejo has allowed just 1 base runner on a walk through the first 2 innings. Meanwhile, John Brownell has stranded 5 Bluefish base runners, doing a good job to get out of a couple jams. The 0-1, another fastball down and in this time, though. And that'll even things up. That 1-1 on Cleary Jr., hitting .217 with a home run and 10 runs batted in. Kevin Baez hoping that he can get going at the plate, as he, along with a few other veterans, have been struggling a little bit here in the early going. 1-1, lifted in the air down the left field line, slicing foul. And that will go into the seats out of play. 1-2. That was not far away from the hot tub that is located down the left field line. Yes, they have a hot tub here, which tonight is being occupied by a few med school graduates from Yale University. Congratulations to them. They are partying down in the hot tub down the left field line here in Bridgeport. Albaladejo steps off the rubber, and we'll go through the signs again with Jose Heel. So it'll be a 1-ball, 2-strike pitch from the righty. He kicks and delivers, and Cleary Jr. swings and lines one towards second, but caught on the line by Alberto Callaspo, one away. Hard line drive by Cleary Jr., but unfortunately pretty much right at Callaspo. And with one out, that will bring up the 9-hitter and shortstop, Dan Lyons.
First up in the 12, Dan Lyons.
First pitch on the way from Albaladejo to Dan Lyons, the shortstop. And he takes a fastball about knee-high for strike one. Lyons, a 3-hit day on Sunday, now up to 235 on the season. No homers, 5 runs batted in. 0-1. That fastball missed outside this time to even things up at 1-1. Albaladejo made 3 starts against the Ducks last year, like Brownell, did against the Bridgeport Bluefish. 1-1, a swing and a miss. Good cut by Lyons, but swung through it. Albaladejo had great numbers against the Ducks last year. 1-1 record and an ERA of 0.89 against Long Island. And so far off to a good start here tonight. The 1-2 delivery, and Lyons lays off this breaking ball down in the dirt. Albaladejo tried to get him to chase, but he would not. 2-2. Lyons takes. This pitch does not miss by much, but it does indeed miss according to John Grasso. So now 3-2 on the Duck shortstop. Anthony Vega waiting in the on-deck circle. Payoff. Line drive towards the middle, and Callaspo is there again. Boy, Dan Lyons hit that one even harder than Delta Cleary Jr. hit his, but Callaspo had it played very well. He had a range to his right and caught it right in the webbing of the glove. So back-to-back line drives off the bats of Cleary Jr. and Lyons result in outs. Now with 2 away, that'll leave it up to Anthony Vega.
Anthony Vega.
First pitch on the way to Anthony Vega. That breaking ball is taken high and outside. So the count goes to 1-0 on Vega, who struck out swinging his first time up. The only strikeout of the day thus far for Jonathan Albaladejo. 1-0. And that taken downstairs again. 2 balls and no strikes on Anthony Vega. So Albaladejo looking to make it 3 hitless innings to begin his night. He's been mixing up his pitches very well, mixing up his location well, too. Ducks haven't had too many strong swings against him. 2-0 delivery. Swung on and fouled back behind the plate this time from Vega. 2-1. Vega had the day off on Sunday. Kevin Baez wanted to give him some rest after playing the first 5 games of the homestand. Said his quad was bothering him a little bit, but not too poorly. And he's back in the lineup after the off day yesterday. 2-1 delivery, and the left-handed hitter takes a fastball that just paints the outside corner at the knees for a strike. Evens the count at 2-2. Albaladejo last year, 15 wins to the Bluefish. It set a franchise single-season record when he was named Pitcher of the Year. 2-2, swing and a miss for strike 3. As this ball was chased down low by Anthony Vega. So Vega has struck out twice, and the Ducks go in order for the second time in this game. 1-2-3 go Long Island. To the bottom half of the 3rd inning we go, with the game still scoreless.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Phelant Lantini, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Oh, I love it. The color of my new Nicolette patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolak walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolak pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolak's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolak. Visit Nicolak.com.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the Flock.
Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
When Anthony Vega struck out to end the top half of the third inning, that was the 15th out of tonight's ball game. Did you know that a 15-minute phone call to Geico could save you 15% or more on your car insurance? Get a free quote today. Call 1-800-947-AUTO, 1-800-947-AUTO, or visit geico.com. To the bottom of the third inning we go. And the first pitch to Alberto Callaspo is taken a bit high for ball one. Callaspo made 2 catches on line drives off the bats of Delta Cleary Jr. and Dan Lyons in the top of the third inning. And the 1-0 to him here is on the outside corner for strike one. Callaspo with a double his first time up, made it to third, but was stranded there in the opening inning. Kicking the pitch, fastball misses upstairs from Brownell. Callaspo was 1 for 5 in Bridgeport's game, a 7-6 win over the Blue Crabs in walk-off fashion on Sunday here at the ballpark at Harbor Yard. 2-1 delivery. Callaspo a line drive to left field. Anthony Vega on the run, won't get it. It'll land for a base hit. Vega to cut it off. Callaspo a big turn, but this time he's going to hang on at first base. And Alberto Callaspo 2 for 2. Well, without question, you can look at this Bridgeport lineup and say a big key for the Ducks to be successful in this series, like they were against Somerset, is especially to keep the 3, 4, and 5 hitters at bay. Between Callaspo, Burrows, and Heel, all of them hitting over 300, well over 300 this year. Bridgeport's offense is one that has played very well, and a big reason why they're 18 and 13. In fact, that might be the only reason why they're 18 and 13 right now. Sean Burrows takes a fastball strike. About bell tie, 0-1. Again, they have the worst defense in the league statistically and a middle-of-the-pack pitching staff statistically, but their offense has been the best in the league to this point in terms of batting average. Here is the 0-1 to Burrows. He swings and lifts a fly ball deep in the air to left. Down the line, if Vega gives it chase. This will go foul, though, into the picnic area, out of play. And now 0-2 on the former Duck. Joined Long Island via trade in 2015. Spent part of 2015 and part of 2016 with the Ducks before being traded back here to Bridgeport, where he originally began his Atlantic League career and has been one of the best hitters in the Atlantic League since coming. 0-2 from Brownell to Burrows. Kicks and fires, and Burrows swings, pops one foul, third base side. This will go back into the seats. Almost caught by a young fan, but he missed the initial catch, but he comes away with the baseball anyway. Do it again at 0-2. Burrows had 3 hits for the Bluefish in their win on Sunday, scored a run as well. Overall, just a great guy. When you talk to him, he is one of the funny guys in the clubhouse, and he always was with the Ducks. Kind of a clubhouse comedian. Here's the 0-2 again, and Burrows lifts a fly ball in the air, foul. First base side, Mark Krause to the Bluefish dugout. We'll watch this one sail into the second row. And the youngster grabs the baseball, and we'll do it again at 0-2. But Burrows has been singling opponents to death this year. 42 hits, and only 7 of them for extra bases. 6 doubles and a home run, just what we saw when he was on Long Island. Not much of a power guy at all, but he finds ways to just get on base. Very good opposite field hitter, and the Ducks are shaded towards left center anyway, and towards the left field line for Vega. Another 0-2 from Brownell, and Burrows hits a sharp ground ball to second. Elmer Reyes is there, goes to the shortstop Lyons for one, back to first, double play. Easy with Burrows running slowly up the first baseline, but it would have been an easy double play anyway. So 4-6-3 it goes. And after the Ducks missed out on a double play in the second on that bad hop, they're able to easily turn it this time. 2 away. And And that will leave it up to the catcher, Jose Heel.
Second and 5, Jose Heel.
So with 2 down and the bases empty, here is Jose Heel, who drew a walk his first time up back in the opening inning. That loaded up the bases before Abreu popped out to right to end the inning. First pitch, and Heel will take a fastball on the outside corner, strike one. Heel started Sunday's series finale against the Blue Crabs as well, and went 1 for 5 with a run scored in that game. Brownell out of the windup, and his 0-1 is chopped on the ground to the left side, backhanded by Dan Lyons. His throw on to first in time for the out. And a much easier inning there for John Brownell as he retires the Bluefish, facing the minimum 3. No runs, 1 hit, and because of the double play earlier, nobody left on base. After 3 innings of play, here to start off the 2017 Ferry Cup Series, the Ducks and the Bluefish remain scoreless.
Hey fans, this is infielder Elmer Reyes, and you're listening to Duck Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 24 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and also recently acquired Hampton Luxury Liner with regular service from New York City to the Hamptons. They also offer a variety of vineyard tour options. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines and Hampton Luxury Liner, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
Family fun every time.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
Big action every time.
He reaches up, it's gone!
Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season, and with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Fourth inning coming up here at the ballpark at Harbor Yard. No score between the Ducks and the Bluefish. It is time for one of our favorite moments of the game. It's our fourth inning trivia question, where we test your knowledge of the Long Island Ducks, the Atlantic League, and baseball as a whole. Well, we mentioned earlier that tonight is a matchup of the 2 most recent Atlantic League pitchers of the year. John Brownell winning the award for the Ducks in 2015, second player in franchise history to win the honor, along with Mike Lurie back in 2011. And the man on the mound about to throw the first pitch of the 4th inning, which he deals for a strike to Phelan Lantini. Jonathan Albaladejo, last year's winner. He set a single-season franchise record with 15 wins, but he also set an Atlantic League record with 164 strikeouts, the most by an Atlantic League pitcher in a single season. The 0-1 is smacked foul down the third base line by Lantini, 0-2. So our trivia question is, who was the previous Atlantic League record holder for most strikeouts in a single season? We'll let you think about it, and we will give you the answer in the bottom half of this 4th inning. It'll be 2, 3, and 4 for the Ducks. Lantini, Sanko, and Reyes. Long Island still looking for its first hit of the night. And the 0-2, Lantini swings, hits a tapper to third base, backhanded along the line by Cuevas. His throw to first low, and unable to get it was Sean Burrows. So back safely at first base is going to be Lantini. We'll see how that one is scored. And they will rule an error on Jose Cuevas there, who hangs his head at third base. It's a tough error to give. Not an easy play with Lantini's speed. He threw a bullet towards first base, and it looked like it skipped on Sean Burrows. He was unable to grab it. And so Lantini reaches on the error. And for Cuevas, that's his 5th error of the season. So the Ducks get the leadoff man on, and now lefty swinging Angelo Sanko will come to the plate. Albaladejo set at the belt. First pitch on the way to Sanko. And he will swing and miss, chasing down and in. Strike one. Sanko had only 1 hit during Sunday's 8-1 win over Somerset, but it was a big one, a 3-run home run down the right field line. in the third inning that gave the Ducks a 5-0 lead. He scored twice in the game as well, drawing a walk. And Sanko has continued to swing the bat well for Long Island. Lentini leads. Here comes an 0-1, a throw over. And back safely is Lentini, who with 19 steals leads the Ducks this season. Coming into today, second in the league in steals, 5 behind Lancaster's Darian Sanford, who has stolen 24 bases. Lentini has been caught just once. Now the 0-1, and Sanko takes downstairs for a ball. Now we're leaving the count up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Kevin Byers usually lets many of his guys, especially Lentini and Cleary Jr., to run on their own. He won't really give them a sign to steal. They'll just go on their own. But with Angelo Sanko at the plate, you don't want to necessarily take the bat out of his hands if you get caught stealing. So Lentini still has a pretty healthy lead. Burrows holding him on at first base. Here comes a 1-1. Baladeo peering over his shoulder. Now fires to the plate, and Sanko swings and rips one at first. It goes off the glove of Burrows and down the right field line. Lentini around second. He will motor to third. Kevin Byers waving him around third base as the ball goes into the bullpen. And now they're going to rule a ground rule double. So Lentini is going to have to retreat to third base and Sanko to second. Tough break for the Ducks because Lentini likely scores on that even if the ball did not get caught up. And we'll wait and see how that's ruled, but you've got to rule a hit on that, and they do. So it is going to be the first hit of the game for Long Island. That was an absolute bullet, and it looked like Burrows got dinged up on that play too. It might have caught him on the wrist. His glove came off, and he's looking down at his left wrist. The trainer for the Bluefish out checking on him as well. And manager Luis Rodriguez has come in to look, but that'll be a double for Angelo Sanko, a ground rule double, his 4th two-bagger of the season. And really not much else Burrows could have done on that play. It was ripped so hard off the bat of Sanko. He just tried to make the pick out of the dirt. There's nothing he can do about it, so they continue to check on Burrows, but the Ducks have their first real opportunity of this game. Second and third with nobody out on an error and a double. And Elmer Reyes, the cleanup hitter, set to come up to the plate. So they continue to check on Sean Burrows at first base. And obviously took a hard line drive ground ball. I think that was going to hit the dirt anyway. I don't think he would have caught it on the line drive, but definitely a hard liner/ground ball to first that he tried to pick up on the short hop. That was about the only chance he had at that ball and just could not come up with it cleanly. So each side has committed an error in this game. Bluefish now out hitting the Ducks 3-1. And Elmer Reyes comes up to the plate with a chance to drive in 2 with a base hit. So Lentini will lead from third base and Sanko from second with nobody out. Al Baladejo will look in for the sign from Jose Heel. Right-hander is ready. And his first pitch on the way to Elmer Reyes is a breaking ball taken low and outside for ball 1. Reyes 1 for 4 in Sunday's game. And tonight 0 for 1. He grounded out to shortstop leading off the second inning. Infield is back for the most part here. Middle infielders are about halfway, but I think they're okay conceding a run here in the early part of this game. 1-0. And Reyes checks his swing again on a breaking ball down and away. Good plate discipline from the Ducks' second baseman. And so now 2 balls and no strikes, a good hitter's count on Elmer Reyes. Came into the day as the team's leading hitter at .314 on the season. Currently ranks 9th in the Atlantic League in batting average. Albaladejo gets the sign. Looks to second, and now the 2-0. Reyes swings, rips one into left field for a base hit. Past the diving try of Jose Cuevas. Lentini will score. Sanko trying to score. He is in there safely. A 2-run single for Elmer Reyes. He is now caught between first and second, and Sean Burrows applies the tag, so he is out. But 2 runs are in, and the Ducks have taken an early 2-0 lead over Bridgeport. So Elmer Reyes gets the job done. Tough, though, to get caught between first and second. He was going to head to second when that throw came in from left field towards home plate. The Bluefish were able to get him out. Burrows flexing his left hand there after slapping the tag down on Reyes. He picks up RBIs number 11 and 12 on the season. And the Ducks with a 2-0 lead over Bridgeport. Now the base is empty and one away. And up to the plate steps the lefty swinging Mark Krause. First pitch breaking ball is taken low for ball one. One of those runs will be earned, one unearned, because of the error by Jose Cueva. So Lentini's run is unearned, but it is his 22nd run of the year. Sanko scoring his 19th. And Krause fouls one back to the screen behind home plate for strike one. Get you the exact put out on that play. That got Reyes out between first and second. 7-5-3 they rule the put out if you're scoring at home. So it's 1 ball and 1 strike on the lefty swinging Krause, who walked his first time up. And here he chops one foul at home plate, out in front of it. They got a piece off the end of the bat, bounced down and caught him in the leg. So now the count 1-2 on the Ducks' first baseman. Nice job by the Ducks to take advantage of the error by Cuevas that got the inning started. Back-to-back hard-hit baseballs by Sanko and Reyes have produced a pair of runs. Here comes the 1-2, and Krause chases down in the dirt for strike three. Heel will pick it up, line up, and throw to first for the put-out. So Krause strikes out, third K of the day for Al Baladejo, and the put-out goes 2-3. And now 2 away here in the 4th inning.
Pitcher number 23, Alex Berg.
Ducks this season, when scoring the first run of the game, have a 12-6 record. They are just 3-9 when allowing the first run of the ball game. Here's the catcher and 6-hitter Alex Berg to the plate, batting from the right side. And the first pitch is a breaking ball taken low. 1 ball and no strikes. Berg had a great day on Sunday. 3 hits, 3 RBIs, 2 runs scored. He had a home run, his 5th of the year. And the 1-0 here is cut on and missed as he chased down and in to even the count at 1-1. And Berg has now homered in back-to-back games coming into tonight. From the wind, the 1-1. He swings and fouls this breaking ball back to the screen. Good cut by Berg, but a bit out in front. And so the count goes to 1-2 for Alex Berg. Sunday marked his second 3-hit game of the year and his first 3 RBI contest of the season. Hop to right his first time up, a solid line drive, but it hung up there long enough for Guillen to make the catch. 1-2 here, checked his swing, took a little bit low and outside. Nice discipline there by Berg to hold up his swing on another slider off the right hand of Jonathan Albaladejo. Now the count even at 2-2 with 2 down and the bases empty. Albaladejo kicks and comes home, and Berg swings and fouls this one off over everything to the first base side. Sun has set here on Bridgeport. Again, a thin layer of clouds overhead. And temperature's a little bit cool here on this Tuesday evening. Not cold enough where you have to bundle up in the crowd. Certainly see a lot of shorts in attendance and short sleeve shirts. But with the sun going down, has gotten a little cooler. 2-2 again, and Berg lifts a fly ball to right field. Backing up on it is Guillen, but he will have plenty of room to make the catch, and that will end the inning. But the Ducks strike first here in this ball game. They get 2 runs on 2 hits, including the 2-run single to left by Elmer Reyes. 1 error in the inning, and the bases are left empty. 3.5 innings in the books here at the ballpark at Harbor Yard. It's the Ducks 2 and the Bluefish nothing.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Nolan Reimold, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Long Island's Ford Giant is celebrating its 60th year anniversary. Stop by Sayville Ford to check out their state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Bethpage Ballpark is a great place to watch a ball game, so why not do so from some of the best seats in the house? The Ducks are proud to present the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden. Open for all fans on nights when the Smokin' Owl's party deck has not been reserved, the Beer Garden will feature a variety of frosty draft and bottled brews, as well as several food choices. The area has been decked out with bar rail seating and Ducks branded furniture to provide a comfortable atmosphere for everyone. Be sure to stop by and check out the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden on your next visit to the ballpark.
Bottom of the fourth inning. One of our viewers here on YouTube, William Sanudo, has said it perfectly. Elmer Reyes has been gold and certainly has been for the Ducks, the team's leading hitter, and he has brought in the first 2 runs of tonight's game with a 2-run single into left field in the top of the fourth inning. So the Ducks with the early advantage. And now John Brownell back to the mound for his 4th inning of work, which also means it's time for the answer to our 4th inning trivia question, where we test your knowledge of the Long Island Ducks, the Atlantic League, and baseball as a whole. We gave you the question. In the top half of the 4th inning last year, Bridgeport Bluefish starting pitcher Jonathan Albaladeo set a new Atlantic League record with 164 strikeouts, surpassing the original record of 161. First pitch to Tony Abreu here is low and outside for ball 1. We want to know who held that record before Albaladeo broke it. The answer, Len Pacoda, who did it with the Nashua Pride back during the 2001 season. 1-0. That fastball is in for a strike, and that will even up the count at 1-1. So if you had Len Pacoda, you are correct. And a nice job to you in today's 4th inning trivia. 1-1. That breaking ball misses downstairs for a ball. Now we'll run the count to 2-1 on Abreu, who came up with the bases loaded and 2 outs in the 1st inning and popped out to right field. Here he swings, lifts one into left field. Backing up on it, Anthony Vega. He's got room to make the catch. And Abreu is now flied out to both corner outfielders. There's the first out here in inning number 4. Pacoda ended up winning the Atlantic League Pitcher of the Year honor in 2001. First ever and only ever Nashua Pride player to win that honor. Of course, we mentioned that both starting pitchers tonight are Pitcher of the Year winners. Brownell in 2015, Albaladeo in 2016. Prior to that, 3 straight Lancaster Barnstormers had won the honor. First pitch here to Jonathan Galvez, a check swing grounder back to the mound, grabbed on 2 hops by Brownell. He throws to first for the out. So on 1 pitch, Galvez retired. He is now 0 for 1 tonight, had walked his first time up, and 2 away here in the 4th. Chris Schwinden, former big leaguer, won the award in 2014, and Dwayne Pollock, no relation to yours truly, won back-to-back honors in 2012 and 2013. Meanwhile, the Bluefish and Ducks also went back-to-back in Player of the Year awards in 2014 and 2015. 2014, Lou Ford won it for Long Island. 2015 was Bridgeport's Wellington Dotel. So a little bit of a flashback there to some big Atlantic League award winners. Here's Osni Guillen, the lefty swinging right fielder, who takes a fastball strike. And the count 0-1. Guillen a fly out to left his first time up as the second hitter of the 2nd inning. Brownell looking for his first 1-2-3 inning of the game. And the 0-1. Guillen swings a line drive to second, caught by Elmer Reyes, and Brownell's got it. So a fly out, a ground out, and a line out induced by Brownell. He retires the Bluefish 1-2-3, gets the shutdown inning. And it's also another PSEG Long Island energy efficient inning with energy efficiency programs for PSEG Long Island. Saving on your electric bill is also as easy as 1-2-3. Visit PSEGLINY.com/save money. one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you. On to the 5th, with the Ducks in front of the Bluefish 2-0.
Hey fans, this is infielder Giovanni Alfonso, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSEG Long Island is making things work for you with over 10 energy efficiency programs that can help you save on your monthly electric bill. From our free online energy analyzer and in-home energy assessments to rebates on energy-efficient air conditioning, even discounts on LED light bulbs. Helping you save on electricity is our job. What to do with your savings?
Flight 85 now boarding for the magic of Orlando.
Is entirely up to you. Visit psegly.com/save money. Just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owl's party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Ducks fans, on a warm summer evening, no better way to chill out with a cold cup of Hampton Coffee Company gourmet iced coffee. It's available at the concession stands at Bethpage Ballpark, so make sure you get some the next time you come on out to the Duck Pond. Hampton Coffee is the preferred coffee of the Long Island Ducks. Visit HamptonCoffeeCompany.com or check out their cafes in the Hamptons. Michael Pollack with you here on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. Thanks for tuning in. We go to the 5th, and Cody Puckett leads off and grounds the first pitch, breaking ball from Jonathan Albaladejo, foul along the third base line. So the count 0-1 on Puckett, who grounded into a force out his first time up. That ended the second inning. Ducks want to get Puckett going, as he has been a little sluggish at the plate of late. From the wind in the 0-1, swing and a miss. Good fastball on the inside corner, 0-2. Cody's girlfriend and young infant son, who was born during the offseason, Kane Ryan Puckett, are all in attendance here tonight, enjoying the opener of this series. From the wind, here is the 0-2. And Puckett takes this pitch down and away for ball one. Puckett in his 4th season with the Ducks, originally joined the team back in 2014. 0-4 on Sunday in the series finale with the Patriots. Albaladejo trying to bounce back after allowing 2 runs in the 4th. And the 1-2, breaking ball, just missed the inside corner. A little bit below the knees. It's 2-2 now on the Ducks' third baseman, who will be followed by Cleary Jr. and Lyons in the 5th. Albaladejo getting a fresh baseball from home plate umpire John Grasso. So ready to go, 2-2. Albaladejo fires, and Puckett checks his swing, takes the breaking ball low. Good eye by the Ducks' third baseman, and it's 3-2. Beautiful night for baseball here in Bridgeport. As we mentioned, the first of 20 meetings between the two teams this year. 2 tomorrow, 1 on Thursday. Payoff pitch now, and Puckett takes a fastball, called strike 3 over the outside corner. Puckett thought it was too far outside, but John Grasso said it just did get the corner. 4th strikeout of the night for Albaladejo, and there is out number 1 here in the 5th. Albaladejo, a 34-year-old right-hander out of Miami, Florida, was an all-star last year in his 17th season of professional baseball, and second here with the Bridgeport Bluefish, a former major leaguer. Spent some time with the Yankees. Cleary Jr. is swinging a fly ball in the air to deep left center field on the first pitch from Albaladejo, but tracked down by Darby Myers, the center fielder, for out number 2. So Cleary Jr. has lined one out to second and flied one out to deep left center. 2 away quickly for the Ducks here in inning number 5. Now we'll leave it up to Dan Lyons. Beautiful sunset going out beyond the third base stands. If you look down the third base line here in Bridgeport, you can see I-95 going beyond the Webster Bank Arena and some nice pink sky out. First pitch here is a fastball knee-high on the outside corner for strike one to Lyons, who hit a bullet line drive towards the middle but was caught in the webbing of the glove by Alberto Callaspo, the second baseman. That was back in inning number 3. From the wind, here's the 0-1. Lyons takes the breaking ball downstairs, 1-1. Lots going on beyond the outfield wall here in Bridgeport between the train in right, the ferry in center, and the Webster Bank Arena and I-95 at left. Nice picturesque ballpark right on the edge of the south coast of Connecticut. A foul ball here off the bat of Dan Lyons back behind the plate. So the count goes to 1-2. About an hour and a half or so from Bethpage Ballpark if you drive around. And I guess if you go on the ferry too, it's about an hour ferry ride from Port Jefferson and about a half hour from Bethpage Ballpark up to the ferry. 1-2. Lyons checks a swing on a breaking ball. They appeal to first. Calvin Baker, the first base umpire, says no swing. So Lyons is still alive at home plate, and the count even up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Lyons had 3 hits during the Ducks' win on Sunday. All 3 singles. He drove in a run and scored a run. RBI single in the 8th inning to cap off Long Island's 8-run output. Two-two. Fastball just missed the outside corner. Brownell trying to paint that corner once again. He's mixed up his location and his pitches well throughout the course of the game. Has allowed just 2 hits, but finds himself behind in the run column 2-0. So we'll have another payoff pitch, and Lyons has a fly ball in the air to right. Again hit well, but playable. Back goes Osni Guillen to make the catch, and that will end the inning. So good bounce back inning that time from Al Baladejo as he retires the Ducks in order following the 2-run 4th. Halfway through here on this Tuesday night, the Ducks remain ahead 2-0 over the Bluefish.
Hey fans, this is Yuri De La Rosa, left-hander pitcher, and you are listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. And best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 631-231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Hey Ducks fans, stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team by visiting Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Quack of the Bat will bring Ducks fans beyond the headlines with in-depth feature articles, breaking news stories, game previews, post-game wrap-ups, and so much more. Interact with the team during the entire season through quotes directly from the players and coaches, as well as exclusive video clips and photos. Check out the blog today at quackofthebat.wordpress.com. Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks.
John Brownell back to the mound to begin the bottom half of the 5th inning. 4 scoreless thus far for him. He's faced a minimum 3 in the past 2 innings. After working out of a bases-loaded 2-out jam in the first and a first and second 1-out jam in the second. Here's Darby Myers to lead things off. Now the first pitch fastball misses high and in tight for ball 1. Here in the 5th, we'll also take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard. Get you caught up in action around the Atlantic League and on the Major League scoreboard. Here's the 1-0 delivery, and Myers takes a strike. Myers singled his first time up, although it should have been an inning-ending 6-4 3-double play ball, except the ball hit the lip of the grass on the infield and took a gigantic Baltimore hop over Dan Lyons. Went into left field for a hit. 1-1. This is skied in the air foul, first base side, back into the seats, and it's 1-2. Well, one game took place earlier today, game one of a day-night doubleheader down in Sugar Land, Texas, between the Patriots and the Skeeters. Somerset winning it by a count of 6-3. Alex Guillen in relief got the win to improve to 3-1. Brett Marshall, the loser, fell to 4-2, and Ronnie Shaben picked up his third save of the season. From the wine, Brownells 1-2. Now this is a half swing of the ball down in the dirt for strike 3. Alex Berg will pick the ball up and tag Myers. That's the first strikeout of the night for John Brownell. And there's the first out here in the 5th inning. Travis Scott hit the only home run of the game, his third of the year. Jerry Sands with 2 hits and 3 RBIs led the way for the Patriots. Game 2 right now is underway, but they're in a rain delay in the first inning, with the Patriots in front 1-0 on an RBI from Olmo Rosario. When they resume play, Jerome Williams starting for Somerset, Michael Nix for Sugar Land. Fastball is taken on the inside corner for strike 1. Hernandez tonight is 0 for 2. He has bounced to second and bounced to first. The 0-1 here is hit on the ground up the first base line again, but this one foul. So the count quickly, 0-2 on Hernandez. In York, Pennsylvania tonight, Revolution hosting the Bees. Lots of offense early, top of the 6th inning, and it is the Revs up 6-5. Eric Fornatera started for the Bees. Mike Heppel is now on a pitch. Tyrell Harris started for York, and now Luke Westfall is coming in relief. Isaiah Tejeda has driven in 4 runs to lead the way for York. Bees, meanwhile, 2 RBIs apiece from Kajimoto and Walton. 0-2 from Brownell, and Hernandez laid off the breaking ball downstairs for ball 1. And in Southern Maryland today, Blue Crabs hosting the Barnstormers. Bottom half of the 5th inning, Blue Crabs ahead 5-1. Blue Crabs going with Pat McCoy on the mound. Brian Evans going for the Barnstormers. Here's the 1-2 delivery. And Hernandez thinks it's a ground ball to the right side and through. There's a base hit. 4th hit of the night for Bridgeport as Lentini fires it back in. Hernandez has his first hit of the ball game. So 1 on with 1 out. And that'll bring up the third baseman, Jose Cuevas. Blue Crabs, meanwhile, have 2 RBIs apiece from Zach Conn and Devon Rodriguez to lead the way. Trayvon Robinson has homered for the Barnstormers to account for their lone run. So 1 on and 1 out. Here is the righty swinging Jose Cuevas, who has grounded back to the mound and grounded to short in his 2 at-bats. The second baseman, Reyes, shaded up the middle here for Cuevas. And the first pitch, fastball on the outside corner, nicely thrown for strike 1 from Brownell. Yankees hosting the Royals at Yankee Stadium tonight, and they lead it 2-0 as they play in the 5th. Here's the 0-1 from Brownell. Hernandez leads the pitch to Cuevas. That misses low and outside to even up the count. Home runs from Aaron Hicks and Chris Carter. For Hicks his 8th, for Carter his 4th, have led the way for the Yankees, as has the starter Jordan Montgomery, who's allowed just 1 hit through 5 scoreless innings and has struck out 5. Danny Duffy on the mound for the Royals. 1-1 pitch from Brownell on the way. Kicks and comes home. Hernandez goes. Pitch is taken high. The throw down to second base is not in time. Reyes could not get the tag down on Hernandez as he slid in. Looked like the throw had beaten him, but the throw was a little bit high and offline. And so for Hernandez, his 4th stolen base of the season in 4 attempts. Didn't seem to get a great jump, but again, not the best of throws from Alex Berg, and Reyes had to kind of go up and get it, couldn't get the tag down in time. So now a 2-1 count on Cuevas. Kicking the pitch, he swings and pops it up foul, first base side out of play to even the count at 2-2. As for the Mets, they lead it 7-2 thanks to a 7-run first inning against Ulysse Chassin. Knocked him out before the first inning even ended. Craig Stammen has since come on to pitch. Matt Harvey, meanwhile, on the mound for the Mets. Michael Conforto, his 12th home run of the season for New York. So now a 2-ball, 2-strike count. Brownell looks to second twice. Deals to the plate, and Cuevas will check his swing on the breaking ball. Try to get him to bite, and he was able to hold up. And so the count full at 3-2. A strikeout and a single, followed by a stolen base, have given the Bluefish a runner at second base. And Cuevas trying to drive home Hernandez with a base hit to cut the Ducks' lead in half. Long Island with a 2-0 advantage. Brownell gets the sign and comes set. Here's his payoff pitch. Cuevas swings a ground ball through the right side for a base hit. Hernandez to third base. Phelan Lantini picks it up, and Hernandez stops at third. So with the big hole on the right side, Cuevas is able to single through the open hole. Hernandez goes to third. And now the Bluefish with runners at the corners and only one out. Now the heart of their order comes to the plate. And it will be the lefty swinging Alberto Callaspo. Meanwhile, game number 6 of the Eastern Conference Finals in the NHL playoffs underway up in Ottawa. No score with about 8 minutes to go in the first period between the Penguins and the Senators. A win for the Penguins means they will face the Predators in the Stanley Cup Final. Predators punched their ticket last night with a 6-3 win at home in Game 6 over the Anaheim Ducks. So runners at the corners, one out. Here is Callaspo, who is 2 for 2. First pitch, and he will take down and in for ball 1. Game 4 of the NBA Eastern Conference Finals going on right now. Cleveland with an early 5-4 lead over Boston, trying to take a 3-1 lead in that series. 1-0 from Brownell. He delivers. Callaspo swinging a line drive to short. Caught by Dan Lyons. Throw back to first. Not in time. Just getting his hand back in there at first base was Jose Cuevas. And the Ducks almost just got out of this first and third jam. Callaspo hit a line drive right at Lyons. And Cuevas almost ranged too far off the bag. Either way, a big second out. And now we're going to get a pinch hitter here. Sean Burroughs is out of the game. And instead, a pinch hitter coming in is going to be Angelos Nina. So Nina takes over for the Bluefish here as a pinch hitter. First pitch on the way. And the breaking ball taken for a strike, 0-1. So Burroughs, who seemed to injure his hand or his wrist on that line drive off the bat of Angelo Sanko in the 4th, has had to come out of this ball game. 0-1. That's down to the dirt. Excellent block by Berg. Now they got the runner caught. Elmer Reyes will catch the throw from Alex Berg, and back to first base goes Cuevas. Not much more the Ducks could do with that. Elmer Reyes and the Ducks had to be careful. They did not want the runner from third base, Hernandez, who does have good speed, scooting home on the rundown between first and second. So Reyes watched the runner back to third base, and by that time, Cuevas had made it back to first. So the runner's still at first and third with 2 down and a 1-1 count on Nina. Here's the kick and the pitch. Breaking ball, line is short. Dan Lyons fields on the short hop, flips the second for the force, and John Brownell has done it again. First and third with one man out, and he is able to get out of trouble, getting Callaspo to line is short, and Nina hit into the 6-4 force. No runs, 2 hits, 2 more left for the Bluefish, who have left 7 on base through 5. We will head to the 6th here in Bridgeport with the Ducks still in front 2-0.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Tim Melville, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Going way back is Joe Holden, and he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly, and the Ducks have tied it at 1.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't Get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
John Brownell works out of his third jam in the game, leaving a pair of runners on base after facing first and third with only one out in the fifth. Gets a line out and a ground out. We go to the sixth with the Ducks still in front 2-0, and fans follow all season long as the Long Island Ducks try to meet the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 home runs, Chappie's Funeral Homes will donate $5,000 to the Quacker Jack Foundation. Chappie's Funeral Homes, where caring for others is our family tradition. Anthony Vega to lead off the sixth inning for the Ducks against Jonathan Albaladejo, who deals a first pitch breaking ball for a strike, 0-1. No homers yet for the Ducks tonight. They come into action with 24 home runs on the season. Wouldn't you know it, the Bluefish also have hit 24 home runs here in 2017. From the line, here is the 0-1. And Vega swings. It's a high, towering pop-up in the air to shallow center. Going out, the second baseman, Callaspo. Coming in, the center fielder, and it drops in. The center fielder, Myers, could not grab it, and Anthony Vega will be safe at first base. So a break for the Ducks. Some miscommunication between the center fielder, Myers, and the second baseman, Callaspo. We talked about it earlier. The Bluefish, statistically the worst defense in the Atlantic League coming into action today. It's going to be ruled as a hit, as neither Myers nor Callaspo was able to touch it. So Anthony Vega has got his first hit of the night after striking out in his first two at-bats. And the speedy Vega on to begin here in this top half of the sixth inning. Third hit of the game for the Ducks. Sanko and Reyes with the others. I now fail on Lentini from the right side. Albaladejo set at the belt. Throws over to first, and Vega is back safely. Vega has only attempted one steal thus far and has been caught. But last year, 24 stolen bases for Long Island. I was caught 9 times, so he does have good speed. Let's see if Kevin Baez gets Vega moving to second base at all here to try and get another runner into scoring position. Throw over again, and Vega once again dives back safely. Lentini tonight is 0 for 2. He grounded back to the mound in the first and reached on the error in the third inning on a grounder up the third base line that Cuevas fielded, but threw wide to first base. Threw a little bit low that Burrows could not handle. Now the first pitch to Lentini. Runner goes. Pitch is taken inside. The throw down to second base. Not in time. They say that Vega just snuck in ahead of the tag from the second baseman, Alberto Callaspo. So give Anthony Vega his first stolen base of the year. Albaladejo and Callaspo both thought that they had the out, but Vega just got in safely. And now a 1-0 count with Lentini at the plate. Lentini has reached base in 7 consecutive games coming into tonight. He did not have a hit on Sunday, 0 for 4, but was hit by a pitch and scored a run. Tonight picking up his 22nd run of the year after reaching on that error. Now time is called. So a chance for the Ducks to add to their lead. The runner at second base and nobody out. Albaladejo a long look in for the sign from his catcher heel. Now he's ready. Now Lentini takes the breaking ball down in the dirt. Nice block by Heel. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. By the way, we found out Nina did not come in as a pinch hitter. He actually went in defensively in the 5th inning at third base. And Jose Cuevas moved over to first base as the injured Sean Burrows came out of the game. No further update on Burrows, but no announcement was made to us here in the press box, so I had no idea about the change until in between innings after we saw Nina come up to the plate. So Nina went in the 5th as a defensive replacement at third base, and Cuevas moved to first to take over for Burrows. Lentini takes another pitch out of the zone, and Albaladejo now behind at 3-0. He has walked one batter in this game. That was Mark Krause back in the second inning. 4 strikeouts for the right-hander. And if Lentini walks, Ducks will have 2 on with nobody out for the dangerous Angelo Sanco. 3-0 pitch. Lentini squares but pulls back and takes a fastball knee-high for a strike. And the count 3-1. Lentini posted terrific numbers against the Bluefish last year. .338 batting average with a home run and 9 runs batted in. Scored 15 runs. He had a terrific year all around last year, but especially potent against the crosstown rivals. Vega leads from second, nobody out. Turning a fake throw back to second base, chases Vega back to the bag. Neither the shortstop Hernandez or the second baseman Callaspo snuck in. But Albaladejo just trying to keep Vega close. 3-1. Lentini takes a fastball that catches the outside corner for strike 2. Lentini thought it was too far outside, but Albaladejo gets the strike call. And now the count is full. So back-to-back big strikes for the right-hander. He knows the man on deck certainly has the ability to hit the ball hard. So here comes the payoff pitch as Vega takes his lead. The 3-2 from Albaladejo. Swinging a fly ball down the right field line, slicing towards the seats and foul. So go well back into the crowd. And we'll do it again. 3-2. As we mentioned before, single admission doubleheader tomorrow, 2 7-inning games. It will be Matt Larkins looking to bounce back and get his first win of the year in game 1. Left-hander Chris Rierick will go for the Bluefish. Jack Snodgrass will make his 2017 debut in game 2. And the left-hander will be opposed by Bluefish righty Charles Brewer. Keith Couch, who started 2 games earlier this year before suffering an injury, will start the finale here on Thursday against an opponent to be determined. Bluefish have not announced their final starter of the series yet. Another 3-2 to Lentini. Kicking the pitch, and Lentini swings. It's a ground ball up the third base line, backhanded along the line fair. The throw on to first base is in time for the out. Vega now going for third, and he is in there safely. So, Lentini does ground out. The putout goes 5-3, but in essence, it's almost as good as a bunt because it does get Anthony Vega over to third base. Good base running by Vega to hold up a little bit off of second base, and once he saw the throw from Angelos Nino go across the diamond, took off for third base, and his speed won out as he beat the throw from Cuevas. So now a fly ball from Angelo Sanco could increase this Ducks lead to 3-0. Vega leads from third with 1 out, and here is Sanco, who is 1 for 2 with a double and a run scored tonight. Corner infielders are playing somewhat in tight. The third baseman, Nino, a little bit tighter than the first baseman, Cuevas. Middle infielders halfway. First pitch to Sanco is a fastball at the knees for strike 1 on the outside corner. So Sanco tonight is 1 for 2, and he has now reached base safely in 14 consecutive games. That ties Cody Puckett for the longest on-base streak by a Ducks batter this season. Albaladejo comes set at the belt. And the 0-1. Breaking ball. Chopped foul back behind the plate. Way out in front with Sanco. Now he's behind at 0-2. Sanco has also now gotten a hit in 12 of his past 14 games. Coming into the game, in his past 13, 292 average, 2 doubles, 3 homers, 8 RBI, and 7 runs. And he has been hot of late for Long Island. And has helped the Ducks to wins in 5 of their last 6 games, trying to make it 6 of 7 if they can hang on tonight. Albaladejo is set, and his pitch to Sanco is swung on and missed for strike 3. Chased a high fastball. So there is a big second out for Jonathan Albaladejo. Strikeout number 5 on the night for the right-hander. 2 outs that allows all the infielders to back up, and that will leave it up to Elmer Reyes.
Second baseman, number 13, Elmer Reyes.
So Vega remains at third with 2 outs. He singled to open the inning on the fly ball that was dropped in center field on the miscommunication between Myers and Callaspo. A stolen base, a ground out, and a strikeout have followed. The first pitch here to Elmer Reyes is down in the dirt. An excellent block at home plate by Jose Heel. Keeps it in front of him in the count of 1-0. Reyes 1 for 2 tonight and has accounted for all the offense in this game. A 2-run single into left field out of the diving try of Jose Cuevas back in inning number 4. That brought in Lentini and Sanko. Reyes, though, got in a rundown between first and second base when the throw came in and got tagged out by Sean Burrows, the first baseman. Reyes looking for another single to drive in one more and give the Ducks a 3-run advantage. From the stretch here is the 1-0. Albaladejo deals, and Reyes takes a strike on the outside corner. Good fastball. And that will even things up at 1-1. Albaladejo is about at 83 pitches right now. 83 pitches, 55 of them for strikes. So not necessarily at the end of his night yet. Trying to keep this a 2-run ball game and give Bridgeport's offense a chance to come back. 1-1 delivery. Reyes takes the breaking ball inside. Looked like it was going to come in and hit him and then drop down and in, but missed the corner. 2-1. Reyes has now hit safely in 7 in a row thanks to his single back in the 4th inning. Last year, or 2 years ago with the Ducks, was 3 for 10 against Bridgeport with a home run and 3 RBIs. 2-1 from Albaladejo. Reyes swings and chops one onto the ground foul, just to the third base side of home plate. So that evens up the count of 2-2, and now Albaladejo a strike away from escaping a runner in scoring position, no out situation that he had here in this inning. I think it was at second with nobody out, but got Lentini to ground at third and struck out Sanko. And now it'll be a 2-2 to the Ducks' second baseman. Albaladejo set, kicks and fires, and Reyes will take down and away. A backhanded stop made by Heel that runs the count full. If Reyes reaches, Mark Krause will be the next hitter for the Ducks. Albaladejo gets his sign and comes set. Now the payoff pitch on the way to Elmer Reyes, swinging a ground ball foul to the Ducks dugout on the third base side. Reyes doing a good job to fight one off. We'll do it once again with the count full. No action in either bullpen to this point. But both starters have looked strong in this game, as advertised. And this top half of the 6th inning has been going a little slow despite only one runner being on base. Another 3-2, and Reyes a half swing on a ball down low. They appeal to first, and no swing, says Calvin Baker. The Bluefish infield cannot believe it, but it is a walk to Elmer Reyes. He will make his way down to first. And that's the second walk of the night issued by Jonathan Albaladejo. Another Ducks walk brought to you by City MD Urgent Care. There are over 15 City MD locations across Long Island. Need a doctor, just walk in. So the inning will continue for Long Island. Reyes a half swing on that pitch down in the zone, but Calvin Baker said he did not go at it. So first and third with 2 down. Here's the lefty swinging Mark Krause at the plate. Throw over to first, and Reyes is back safely. Krause tonight has walked and struck out in his 2 plate appearances. They're trying to come up with a hit here to drive in at least one. Krause with his walk has now reached base safely in 10 straight games. We're going to get a hit for his 3rd game in a row. First pitch from Albaladejo. Kicks and fires. Krause swings, grounds it foul, third base side. First base side, excuse me, in the count 0-1. Krause was 2 for 9 in the series against Somerset with an RBI and 3 runs scored. Also drew 3 walks, and he's been doing a very good job this season of finding his way on base even if he doesn't get hits. Now the 0-1. Kicking the pitch. Krause takes, fastball misses down and in. And that will even up the count. Just like the Bluefish have a very formidable 3-4-5 in the form of Cayaspo, Burros, and Heel. The Ducks have that with Sanko, Reyes, and Krause the way they're hitting. And then you add in a 6th in Alex Berg. Well, these teams have the ability to produce big offensively. Bluefish have done it a little more often thus far than the Ducks, but not tonight. 1-1. Krause is swinging a foul tip into the glove of Jose Heel for strike 2. Krause was a little out in front, got it off the end of the bat. And so once again, Al Baladejo a strike away from escaping trouble. Here in the top of the 6th inning, the Ducks looking to add to a 2-0 lead. They're being out hit tonight 5-3. But Elmer Reyes, his 2-run single, has brought in the only 2 runs that have been scored tonight. Vega will take his lead from 3rd and Reyes from 1st with 2 men out. And Al Baladejo, who has been working very slowly in the 6th, gets the sign. Here's his 1-2 to Mark Krause. Kicks and comes home, and Krause will swing and miss at the breaking ball down low for strike 3. The tag applied by Jose Heel. And Al Baladejo is able to get out of trouble. 6th strikeout for the right-hander in the inning for the Ducks. No runs, 1 hit, a walk, and 2 men left. 5.5 innings complete tonight here in Bridgeport. The Ducks lead is still 2-0.
Hey fans, this is infielder Mark Krause, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Oh, I love it. The color of my new Nicolap patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolak walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolak pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolak's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolak. Visit Nicolak.com.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience. So the Ducks lead still 2-0 as we go to the bottom half of the 6th inning. Nice work by Jonathan Albaladejo to escape trouble. The runner at second, nobody out, and then 1st and 3rd with 2 out. Strikes out Mark Krause to get through the inning unharmed. So to the bottom of the 6th we go, and John Brownell will retake the mound for Long Island, and he has had himself a fine evening thus far. 5 hits scattered about through 5 innings. He has struck out just 1 and has walked 2. But most importantly, he has stranded 7 men on the base paths. And a game in which a couple of big hits for Bridgeport could have put them in front. Brownell has prevented that from happening, continuing what he has been doing all year long. And that's getting out of any jams that he really sees himself in. It'll be Jose Heel, the 5-hitter, to lead off for Bridgeport here in the 6th. Now the first offering from the right-hander is a fastball taken high for ball 1. Brownell had to sit on the bench for quite a while through that top of the 6th inning, in which no runs scored, but the inning just seemed to drag on quite a bit, with Albaladejo pitching with a runner on pretty much the whole inning. 1-0. Breaking ball on the inside corner. Nice curve from Brownell for strike 1. So that'll leave the count at 1-1 on Heel, who tonight has walked and grounded to short in his 2 trips to the plate. One. And Brownell missed inside with a fastball this time for ball 2 to Heel. Heel in his 13th season of pro ball, second with the Bluefish. Last year at .314 in 56 games. Takes a little bit above the belt from Brownell. That didn't miss by much. But now they count 3-1 on the Bluefish catcher. Will be followed by Abreu and Galvez. Here's the pitch. Swing and a miss. Excellent breaking ball again from Brownell, and he'll way out in front. Want to run the count full at 3-2. He'll begin his Atlantic League career with the Camden River Sharks back in 2015. Here's Brownell's payoff pitch, and he will swing it at a ground ball past the mound towards the middle, out past the dive of Elmer Reyes, and it's in a center field for a base hit. So Jose Hill sneaks a single up the middle past Brownell and Reyes. Now the Bridgeport put the leadoff man on here in the 6th with their 6th hit of the ball game. Dan Lyons heading to the third base dugout here. Put something on the top step of the dugout. Must have been something out on the field. I'm not sure what it was. With that, the Ducks have gotten a left-hander starting to warm up in their bullpen. Looks like it might be Patrick Kreider who is starting to get loose. Meanwhile, a lefty at the plate here in Tony Abreu. He's a switch hitter. He's over 2 with a pair of flyouts tonight. First pitch, and he takes a fastball that just missed above the belt for ball 1. Brownell asking where that pitch was. Just about down the middle, about belt time, but has not been getting, and neither side really has been getting those high strike calls tonight. So 1-0 on Abreu. Middle infielders at double play depth. Here's the pitch, and Abreu smacks one towards short. Lines right there. Goes to Reyes 1. Has trouble getting it out of his glove, but a nice pick at first base by Mark Krause, and it's a 6-4-3 double play. Second double play of the night turned by the Ducks. A sharp line drive off the bat of Abreu, fielded on one hop by Lyons, who stayed with it. Through to Reyes. Reyes had trouble getting it out of his glove and ended up throwing it on one hop to first base, but Mark Krause made the nice pick out of the dirt. And just like that, 2 away. So now with 2 down and the bases empty, it'll be Jonathan Galvez to the plate from the right side. First pitch is taken for a strike on the outside corner. Galvez had a great day on Sunday, 3 for 3, a pair of homers, 6 RBIs. And Bridgeport's 7-6 win over the Blue Crabs. This pitch misses low and away. That'll even things up at 1 ball and 1 strike. Brownell right now is at 87 pitches, 56 of which are for strikes. The 1-1. Fly ball in the air to right center. Delta Cleary Jr. racing in, as is Lentini. Cleary Jr. will make the running catch, and Brownell gets through the 6th without any trouble. So a leadoff single by Heel, but a double play ground out and a fly out end the threat. No runs, 1 hit, and nobody left on base. Let's head to the 7th here at the Ballpark at Harbor Yard. The Ducks maintaining their 2-0 advantage.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Keith Couch, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 24 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and also recently acquired Hampton Luxury Liner with regular service from New York City to the Hamptons. They also offer a variety of vineyard tour options. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines and Hampton Luxury Liner, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
Family fun every time.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
Big action every time.
He reaches up, it's gone!
Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season, and with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
John Brownell has worked 6 innings of 2-run ball tonight for the Ducks, and Long Island takes a 2-0 lead into the 7th inning here in Bridgeport, Connecticut, thanks to the 2-run single by Elmer Reyes in the 4th. Jonathan Albaladejo back to the mound to begin his 7th inning of work. He has pitched very well tonight for the Bluefish. I'm sorry, I said 6 innings of 2-run ball for Brownell. What am I saying? 6 shutout innings for the right-hander. It's Albaladejo who's thrown 6 innings of 2-run ball. Alex Berg to lead off in the 7th, and he takes a breaking ball low and away for ball 1. Albaladejo has allowed just 4 hits along the way, and has struck out 6 while walking 2, but that 2-run single by Reyes proving to be the difference right now. And Bluefish do have a right-hander beginning to warm in their bullpen. Looks to be, at first I thought it was former Duck Frank DiGiulio Jr., but I could be wrong. Here, Berg, a rocket into left center field on the run. The center fielder Myers, he won't get it. It lands for a base hit. It's going to head all the way to the wall. Berg around first, and he will stop at second with a leadoff double. So a good start for the Ducks here in the 7th. For the 2nd straight inning, they get a leadoff hit. And for Alex Berg, who's now 1 for 3, it is double number 7 on the season.
Third baseman number 2.
So Berg has now hit safely in 4 in a row, has reached base safely in 8 straight. And like last inning, the Ducks have a runner in scoring position with nobody out. Vega got there after singling and stealing in the 6th. But a ground out, a strikeout, a walk, and a strikeout followed, and he was unable to score. See if the Ducks can do any better here in the 7th. Cody Puckett to bat from the right side. Albaladejo comes set. And his first pitch, Puckett checks his swing, takes a strike at the knees, and it's 0-1. Puckett over 2 tonight with a ground out and a strikeout looking. Went 0 for 7 in the series against the Patriots. Played only 2 of the 3 against Somerset. And now it'll be an 0-1. Albaladejo looks to second. Deals to the plate. Puckett a swing and a ground ball to the left side. Backhand it off the glove of the shortstop. Hernandez goes into left field. Berg is going to make it to third. We'll see how that one is scored. But either way, the Ducks will have runners at the corners and nobody out. It was in the hole between third and short. And the shortstop Hernandez tried to field it on the backhand, hit off of what looked like the heel of his glove and went into left. And Alex Berg was able to make his way over to third base. They will rule it a hit for Puckett. So after going back-to-back games without a hit, Puckett's got his first hit of the night. Each team now with 6 hits. And the Ducks with runners at first and third with nobody out and a golden opportunity to extend this 2-0 lead. Here's the switch-hitting center fielder Delta Cleary Jr. to the plate. He bats from the left side against Albaladejo, who is approaching 100 pitches on the evening. First offer to Cleary Jr. He swings and fouls one back to the screen. And the count goes to 0-1. Albaladejo currently at 97 pitches now. Cleary Jr. a line out to second in the 3rd, a deep fly out to left center in the 5th. And he'll take the fly out here. That would score Alex Berg, as long as it is deep enough. Here's the 0-1. Cleary Jr. a flying drive into center. Right there is Darby Myers to make the catch. Tagging from third is Alex Berg. The throw coming in is not in time. It's a sac fly and an RBI for Delta Cleary Jr. And the Ducks lead is now 3-0. So give Delta Cleary Jr. his 3rd sacrifice fly of the year, his 11th run batted in. Scoring on the play is Alex Berg as he picks up his 12th run. And now the Ducks with a runner at first and 1 away. And up to the plate will step the shortstop, Dan Lyons. My mistake, I had said 6 hits apiece. It's actually 6-5 still in favor of Bridgeport in the hit department. First pitch to Lyons, chopped on the ground to short, should be 2. To second, and it goes off the glove of Cayaspo, and everybody is safe. Well, we have certainly seen it tonight. The Bluefish defense, which came into tonight's action statistically is the worst in the Atlantic League this year. That is going to be their second error of the night. They also had a fly ball in center field that was missed. The booted ground ball to short there by Hernandez that ended up being ruled a hit. And now an error on what should have been an inning-ending double play ball. Instead has the Ducks seeing runners at first and second with only one out. And here is Anthony Vega to the plate. Vega tonight is 1 for 3. And the first pitch to him. Swinging a little tapper foul back behind the plate off the end of the bat for strike one. The error has not yet been charged to a specific infielder, but I believe it'll either be to the shortstop Hernandez on the throw to Callaspo or Callaspo himself for not catching it. They do rule the error on the second baseman Callaspo his 4th of the year. And now the 0-1 to Anthony Vega. Swinging a fly ball down the left field line. Long run over for Jonathan Galvez towards the stands. He'll run out of room. It'll go into the picnic area. And now Vega behind it, 0-2. So let's see if the Ducks can take advantage of the defensive miscue. The single by Puckett that could have been potentially an error on the shortstop Hernandez led to Berg moving to third and now scoring on a sac fly. Now Lyons leads from first, Puckett from second with one out. Here's the 0-2, and Vega takes a breaking ball downstairs. And now 1 ball and 2 strikes is the count. Now Baladejo has gone over 100 pitches in this game. Again, Bridgeport has had a right-hander warming up. Action has stopped for the Ducks after Brownell escaped trouble in the 6th inning. It does indeed appear to be Frank DiGiulio Jr. down the right field line for the Bluefish. 1-2 to Vega. Swing and a miss, strike 3. Cut through the breaking ball from the right-hander, who picks up his 7th strikeout of the night, 3rd time that Vega has gone down swinging. So a big second out. And that will leave it up to the Ducks right fielder, Phelan Lantini. So here is Lantini, who is 0 for 3 tonight, and with Lantini coming to the plate, Louis Rodriguez, the manager for the Bluefish, has come out of the dugout. And will this be the end for Al Baladejo, or will he let his right-hander face Phelan Lantini? The entire infield will come in for the discussion. And obviously a big moment in this ball game with the Bluefish trailing by 3 runs here in the 7th inning. They do not want to fall behind any further. But it is Rodriguez who will stick with Al Baladejo to try and get him through 7. The Ducks again have 2 men on base. It's Cody Puckett at second, Dan Lyons at first. Lyons with the better speed of the 2. And Lantini trying to give Brownell and the Ducks pitching staff a little bit more breathing room here in this 7th. So Al Baladejo ready from the belt. And his first pitch to Lantini is a breaking ball cut on and missed for strike 1. That breaking ball from Al Baladejo looks so inviting as it's dealt in, but the bottom just drops out of it in a hurry. And he's gotten a lot of swings and misses on it tonight. Again, 7 strikeouts by the right-hander in this game, but by my count, only one of them looking. 0-1, and Lantini lifts a fly ball in the air to right. Almost stumbling was Guillen, but he does recover and makes the catch. And Al Baladejo is able to get out of any further trouble and only surrenders 1 run. So in the 7th for the Ducks, they get a run on 2 hits and an error. They leave 2 more on the base pass. It is time to stretch here at the ballpark at Harvard Yard. The Ducks lead the Bluefish 3-0.
Hey fans, this is outfielder Angelo Sanco, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Long Island's Ford Giant is celebrating its 60th year anniversary. Stop by Sayville Ford to check out their state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Baseball fans, the Long Island Ducks mobile app has officially arrived. Powered by Clear Vision Apps, it's your one-stop shop for all things Ducks baseball. Buy tickets straight from your mobile device. Receive game status updates with push notifications. Check out up-to-the-minute news and scores and interact with the Ducks on social media. Best of all, it's free. Download the Ducks mobile app today by visiting the App Store on your Apple-powered device or Google Play on your Android-powered device. The Long Island Ducks mobile app, with you wherever you flock to.
Ducks fans, don't forget to stop by the Waddle-In shop on your next visit to Bethpage Ballpark, where exclusive, hard-to-find Ducks memorabilia is on sale. Proceeds benefit the Quacker Jack Foundation, the charitable arm of the Long Island Ducks. And it is those Long Island Ducks who lead right now 3-0 over the Bridgeport Bluefish. We go to the bottom half of inning number 7. And John Brownell back to the mound for his 7th inning of work. He has thrown 6 scoreless innings, allowing 6 hits and a couple of walks with a strikeout to this point. First pitch is bunted out, but then taken for a strike by the batter, Osni Guillen, who is the right fielder and 8-hitter for the Bluefish. Brownell winds the 0-1, and Guillen takes inside. Evens the count at a ball and a strike. Tonight, Guillen is 0 for 2. He has popped to left and line to second in his 2 at-bats. A lefty hitting right fielder, the son of former Major League manager and player Ozzie Guillen. 1-1 is grounded foul along the first baseline, and it's 1-2. I am told that Ozzie is actually here, or at least he was earlier. Kevin Baez said during batting practice that he was here before the game, out on the field with the Bluefish as they were taking batting practice. So good to see that Ozzie here watching his son play. And it looks like Osni has broken his bat. And so we see he is heading back towards the first base dugout to get a fresh piece of lumber. I mentioned Guillen 0 for 2. He last played on Friday night against Southern Maryland. He was 2 for 4 with a single, had a walk. Also grounded into a double play. His first season here in the Atlantic League. Was originally a White Sox draft pick back in 2010, 22nd round. Of course, the White Sox, a team that Guillen managed in the major leagues with. So the count of ball and 2 strikes. Here's the pitch from Brownell, and Guillen almost bit, but ends up taking the breaking ball low. And that'll leave the count up at 2-2. Meanwhile, right-hander Zach Treese has started to get loose in the Ducks bullpen down the left field line. Not yet throwing from the rubber, but just starting to get the arm loose. The Bluefish, meanwhile, have a left-hander warming up in the bullpen down the right field line. So it looks like DeJulio Jr. has sat down. 2-2. And Guillen a swing and a miss, strike 3. Nasty breaking ball from John Brownell. He picks up his 2nd strikeout of the night. And the man coming up to the plate now, Darby Myers, had the only other one. But Brownell has not needed the strikeout. He has been helped out by a couple of double plays in this game and has pitched to contact for the most part and has gotten the outs. He's gotten out of a few big jams. That has been key. So here is Darby Myers from the right side with 1 out and the base is empty. Myers takes it down and away, and that is ball 1. Brownell is just about at 100 pitches. He's at 94 right now, 60 of them for strikes. The 1-0. Skied in the air foul, first base side. This will go well out of play. Myers has reached on a single and struck out, although the single was a bit lucky. There was a little humpback liner toward short that ended up bouncing and taking the weirdest of hops that you will ever see over the head of Dan Lyons on what should have been an inning-ending double play ball. Fortunately for Brownell, it did not hurt him. The 1-1 fouled back on the ground behind home plate. And it is 1-2. Myers in his first year with the Bluefish, 2nd in the Atlantic League. Last year played in 102 games with the Blue Crabs and hit .280 with 7 homers and 44 runs batted in. Now the 1-ball, 2-strike pitch from Brownell, and he gets Myers to ground 1 foul along the third base line. Right into the tarp. So we will do it once again at 1-2. Myers had a couple of hits as well as a couple of strikeouts on Sunday against the Blue Crabs. Pitch on the way is lined in a center. Delta Cleary Jr. has to take just a couple of steps back to make the catch. Easy for the Ducks center fielder. Brownell gets his second straight out here in the 7th. So Kevin Myers trying to get his right-hander through 7 innings tonight of shutout baseball.
Shortstop number 2, Luis Hernandez.
Standing in his way is Luis Hernandez, who tonight is 1 for 3. He led off the 5th inning with a single, stole second, moved to third on a base hit by Jose Cuevas. Here he takes a strike. But with runners at first and third, had 1 out, he came up with 1 out in that 5th. But Cayaspo line is short, and then Nina grounded into the force. Here a little foul ball off of either the leg or the mask of Alex Berg back behind the plate. That definitely hurt Berg a little bit, grimacing after that foul ball, but he seems to be all right. And now the count 0-2 on Luis Hernandez. Again, the left-hander continuing to warm for the Bluefish. Might be Brian Moran or maybe Drake Britton who is warming up in the bullpen. Could not see a number from here. 0-2 from Brownell to Hernandez on the way. Is a breaking ball down low. Not biting Hernandez. So it is 1-2. Infielders, for the most part, playing straight away. Elmer Reyes, the second baseman, shaded a little bit to his left. Now the 1-2 to Hernandez. They swung and grounded up the first base line, but foul. Knocked down by the man coaching first base for the Bluefish. I believe one of their players. And he will take the baseball and flip it right into the Bridgeport dugout. And that first base coach getting some good-natured ribbing from a couple of his teammates right behind him, protecting the bullpen from any foul ball, saying, why don't you just leave it for us? We'll take care of it. Oh, well. Now the 1-2 pitch again to Hernandez is a breaking ball that misses down and in. So that will even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes as Brownell has now eclipsed the 100 pitch mark on the night. Here comes another 2-2 now. And Hernandez a swing and a miss, strike 3. Brownell gets him with a nasty breaking ball. He picks up strikeout number 3 on the night and has thrown 7 shutout innings here against the league's best offense statistically coming into the game. 25 consecutive scoreless innings from Ducks starting pitchers. We head to inning number 8 here at the Ballpark at Harbor Yard with the Ducks in front 3-0.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Patrick Kreider, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
PSEG Long Island is making things work for you with over 10 energy efficiency programs that can help you save on your monthly electric bill. From our free online energy analyzer and in-home energy assessments to rebates on energy-efficient air conditioning, even discounts on LED light bulbs. Helping you save on electricity is our job. What to do with your savings?
Flight 85 now boarding for the magic of Orlando.
Is entirely up to you. Visit psegline.com/save money. Just one more way PSEG Long Island is making things work for you.
Take your group out to the ball game this season and enjoy all the fun of Ducks baseball at discounted prices with the picnic area, luxury suites, the Smokin' Owls party deck, and so much more. Bringing your group to the game will be an unforgettable experience. The Ducks even offer opportunities to sing the national anthem, serve as the Ridgewood Savings Bank color guard, be the Nicolak Dream Team, put on a pregame performance, or shag fly balls during Ducks batting practice. To book your outing today, call 631-940-3825 and ask for the group sales department. Long Island Ducks Baseball. Good times every time.
Seven shutout innings tonight from Ducks right-hander John Brownell, and the Ducks starting pitching has been unbelievable of late. 25 consecutive scoreless innings from Ducks starting pitchers dating back to Friday night's game against the Somerset Patriots. And Perez, O'Grady, Melville, and now Brownell have each turned in scoreless outings, assuming that Brownell's night is over. Again, he's over 100 pitches here this evening. But combined between them, the starting pitchers have given up just 13 hits and 8 walks in those 25 innings and have struck out 25 batters. I mean, that is just absolutely impressive. So meanwhile, the Ducks offense will look to continue doing what it is doing tonight. They lead it 3-0. Angelo Sanko to lead off here in the 8th against Brian Moran, the left-hander who's come on to pitch, and he misses way outside for ball 1. And that spells the end of the night for Jonathan Albaladejo, who turned in his second consecutive quality start but will not get a win. He is in line for the loss unless Bridgeport can rally back. 1-0 in this lefty-lefty matchup, and Sanko takes a fastball strike on the outside corner, 1-1. Get you the numbers here momentarily on Moran. Sanko tonight is 1 for 3, had a double and a run scored back in inning number 4. Moran comes set the 1-1 and misses high with a fastball for ball 2. For the left-hander, this is his 8th appearance of the season, and he has struggled. No record, a 7.94 earned run average. In 5 2/3 innings, he's allowed 5 hits and 5 runs, all earned. 2 walks to 11 strikeouts. The 2-1 to Sanko is a fastball cut on and missed. Now we'll even the count up at 2 balls and 2 strikes. We'll get you the final line 2 on Jonathan Albaladejo. Again, pitched well tonight, but not well enough to get a win. 2-2. Moran kicks and fires, and Sanko swings and misses for strike 3. Blew the fastball by him. Strikeout number 8 for Bluefish pitching, and there is the first out here in inning number 8. Well, Albaladejo threw 7 innings tonight, allowed 5 hits and 3 runs, 2 of which were earned. Along the way, he walked just 2 batters and struck out 7. So again, he is in line for the loss. He can at best get a no decision. And here is Elmer Reyes to the plate, who has been on base 2 out of 3 times tonight. Right-hander is warming up for the Ducks in their bullpen down the left field line as the first pitch here misses outside for ball 1. From my vantage point here, it appears to be Amalio Diaz. Don't quote me on it, but that's who it seems to be out in the bullpen down the left field line. Moran comes set and the 1-0. Reyes swings and misses. Big breaking ball from the left-hander. And the count 1-1. Reyes, a 2-run single to left field in the 4th inning and drew a walk in the 6th. Prior to that, a ground out to short in inning number 2. 1-1 pitch on the way. Reyes swings a line drive over first down the right field line, but it is a foul ball. And now the count 1-2. For Moran, this is his 2nd season with Bridgeport. 38 games last year with a 3.12 ERA. Had his contract purchased by the Braves in the middle of last year. Ended up pitching in 6 games at AAA Gwinnett before coming back here to Bridgeport. So the count of 1-2 here on Reyes. Moran kicks and deals, and Reyes swings, and it's a ground ball foul along the 3rd base line. So the count remains at 1-2 with Mark Krause set to follow. And again, a reminder that David Ardsma is still unavailable as he's been under the weather, so Amalio Diaz will likely pitch the 8th, and I have to think then Chinwe Sal will be the closer in the 9th if all stays the same. 1-2. Reyes lays off the high fastball from Moran this time to even up the count at 2-2. Bridgeport, meanwhile, does have a right-hander that has begun to get loose down the right field line. But you've got another lefty waiting on deck before 2 righties, a switch hitter, and another righty. So 2-2 is crushed but foul down the left field line off the bat of Reyes. He got all of it, but was a bit out in front. And he clears everything down the left field line, so we will do it once again at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Got a quick turnaround for these 2 teams. 10:35 in the morning. They start tomorrow, game 1 of a single admission doubleheader. 7 innings in the first game. That is what is scheduled. 30-minute break, and then game 2, which is also slated for 7. Here's the 2-2. Reyes a swing and a miss for strike 3. He cut through the fastball. So Moran with back-to-back strikeouts here in the 8th inning. And just like that, 2 away. And that will leave it up to Mark Krause.
First baseman, the 34, Mark Krause.
So Krause will step up to the plate, batting from the left side. Tonight, he has struck out twice and walked in his 3 trips to the plate. From the stretch is Moran, his first pitch. Krause fouls one over the screen, back behind the plate, just off to the third base side slightly. Ball caroms back down below. Now the count 0-1 on the Ducks' first baseman. Drew a walk back in the 2nd inning, then went down swinging in both the 4th and the 6th on pitches down in the dirt. So Brian Moran trying to make it a trio of strikeouts here in inning number 8 to keep this a 3-0 ball game. 0-1. And a nice breaking ball hits the outside corner for strike 2. Moran last pitched on Thursday in New Britain. He threw a third of an inning and struck out the only batter that he faced. 0-2 delivery, and Krause takes a fastball on the outside corner for strike 3. So 2 swinging strikeouts and then a strikeout looking. Bluefish have struck out 10 Ducks batters in this game. To the bottom half of the 8th inning we go here at the ballpark at Harbor Yard. The Ducks still in front, 3-0.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Zach Treese, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Hey Ducks fans, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks is the Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island. It's centrally located on the north shore of Long Island and offers a home away from home for both business and leisure guests. The Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island features an indoor pool, 24-hour business center, a fitness center, and complimentary Wi-Fi in all guest rooms. Enjoy the contemporary American cuisine at the Fountain Grill restaurant or grab a quick bite to eat at Cafe Pronto. And best of all, it's only minutes away from Bethpage Ballpark. The Radisson Hotel Hauppauge, Long Island, the official hotel of the Long Island Ducks. Call 631-231-1100 today. That's 631-231-1100.
Bethpage Ballpark is a great place to watch a ball game, so why not do so from some of the best seats in the house? The Ducks are proud to present the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden. Open for all fans on nights when the Smokin' Owl's party deck has not been reserved, the Beer Garden will feature a variety of frosty draft and bottled brews, as well as several food choices. The area has been decked out with bar rail seating and Ducks branded furniture to provide a comfortable atmosphere for everyone. Be sure to stop by and check out the brand new Long Island Ducks Beer Garden on your next visit to the ballpark.
Ducks fans, do you want frequent updates on team transactions, scores, store specials, and the status of upcoming games? Well, then follow the Long Island Ducks on Twitter at twitter.com/LIDucks. With Twitter, the faithful flock will be able to follow their Ducks and find out more information regarding nightly promotions, player signings, league activities, and so much more. The Ducks are tweeting right now, and you can follow along at twitter.com/LIDucks. Well, what more can you say about the work that John Brownell did tonight? Vintage performance from the right-hander. And a matchup of the last 2 Atlantic League pitchers of the year. It was the 2015 winner who outdueled the 2016 winner. Both turned in quality starts, but Brownell, despite not having as many strikeouts, was considerably better and got out of some big-time jams along the way. And he leaves with a 3-0 lead. Amalio Diaz has come on, and the right-hander will pitch the 8th inning. And will be facing the 2, 3, and 4 hitters for the Bluefish. It'll be Cuevas, Callaspo, and Nina coming to the plate. Diaz will work out of the stretch as he always does. His first pitch coming up here to Jose Cuevas. And it's swung on and missed. Good fastball diving down and away for strike 1. 7 innings tonight for Brownell. 6 hits, no runs. That is now 4 straight Duck starters who have not allowed a run 25 innings in a row from Duck starting pitching that has not given up a single run. Incredibly impressive. The 0-1 from Diaz. Cuevas takes down low. To even the count at a ball and a strike. Brownell walked 2, struck out 3. And threw 104 pitches, 68 of them 4 strikes, about 2/3 strikes. And in line for his second win in a row and 3rd of the season. The 1-1. Diaz deals, and it swung and it fouled off at the plate by Cuevas. Fouled it, sounded like right off the chest protector of home plate umpire John Grasso. So the count goes to 1-2. Brownell, again, we mentioned he got out of some big jams. Got out of a bases-loaded 2-out jam in the first after a double. His error when he missed first base on a flip from Krause and a walk. Got him ready to fly to right. A lot of walk and then a 1-out single on what should have been a double play ball in the second when the ball took a weird hop, but got back-to-back groundouts to get out of that threat. 1-2 to Cuevas. And that slider missed outside from Diaz, 2-2. And then really did not face any other big trouble until the 5th, when with 1 out he allowed a single to Luis Hernandez, a stolen base, and then a single by Cuevas put runners at the corners. That got Callaspo to line a short and Nina to ground into a force. That worked around a leadoff single in the 6th. So stranded 7 runners on base tonight, did Brownell. 2-2 now to Cuevas, and he swings and lifts a fly ball foul, first base side, out of play. Again, Cuevas was fooled. And so the count remains 2-2 on Cuevas, who is 1 for 3 on the night, grounded to the mound in the first, to short in the second, and singled through the right side in the 5th. Bluefish out hitting the Ducks by 1, 6-5, but that does not matter. It is all about the runs, and right now the Ducks have 3, Bridgeport with a goose egg. Diaz's 2-2 pitch. Cuevas a swing and just got a piece to foul it back behind the plate. For Amalio Diaz, this is his 14th appearance of the year, second most behind Zach Treese, who has 15. 1-0 record, a 1.39 ERA on the season. He has 1 save and has allowed 3 runs, 2 earned on 11 hits and 13 innings of work, 5 walks to 15 strikeouts. Here comes a 2-2 pitch. Diaz set at the belt. Fires once again, and Cuevas pops one up, foul back behind the plate. Berg giving chase, but again, this will be back into the seats. So Cuevas putting up a heck of an at-bat here against Amalio Diaz to try and prevent being the first out of this bottom of the 8th inning. Diaz closed out the game on Sunday at Bethpage Ballpark. Came in with an 8-0 lead, allowed a couple of walks on some close pitches, and then a pass ball ended up producing a run. An unearned run. Another 2-2 from Diaz. He kicks and comes home, and Cuevas lifts one in the air to right. Moving to his right is Phelan Lentini. Plenty of room to make the catch, and Cuevas loses the battle to Diaz. There's the first out here in inning number 8. Diaz in his 3rd season with the Ducks. Began the year with 11 consecutive scoreless appearances.
Second baseman number 7, Alberto Callaspo.
So 1 away, and now the lefty swinging Alberto Callaspo will come up to the plate. Callaspo has 2 hits and 3 at-bats on the night. I believe he's the only player on either side with multiple hits in this game. First pitch, Callaspo takes a fastball knee high on the outside corner for strike 1. And as I look back, that is indeed right. Callaspo, the only player with multiple hits for either of the 2 teams. He doubled with 2 outs in the first, singled to lead off the 3rd, but never scored. Here's the 0-1. And he takes outside this time from Diaz, 1-1. The one time he really needed a hit was when he came to the plate in the 5th inning with runners at the corners and 1 out, and hit a bullet line drive, but right at the shortstop, Dan Lyons. So here comes the 1-1. Diaz fires. Callaspo pops it up foul, 3rd base side. This will go back into the seats, out of play. And now 1-2 on the former big leaguer. Mentioned Callaspo's hot start to the year. 15th season of professional baseball, played 1,093 games in his major league career, hit .265 with 52 homers and 369 RBIs. 1-2. Here's swing and a miss, strike 3. Amalia Diaz blew the fastball by him over the outside corner. First strikeout for Diaz, the fourth for Ducks pitching. And there is the second out here in the 8th.
Third baseman with 3, Angeles Nina.
So 2 down and the base is empty. That'll bring Angeles Nina to the plate. Again, Nina came in the 5th inning as a defensive replacement. First pitch from Diaz, and Nina takes a fastball belt high for a strike. Sean Burrows started the game in the cleanup spot at first base, and he reached on an error and grounded into a 4-6-3 double play, but in the top of the 4th inning was hit on the hand or the wrist by a hard line drive that ended up being a double off the bat of Angelo Sanco. He was in pain. Stayed on the field for the rest of the inning as the 0-1 is gripped on the ground back towards the middle. Reyes fields behind second. The jump throw to first base, not in time. Good effort by Elmer Reyes, but could not make that play in time. And so it'll be an infield single for Angeles Nina, his first hit of the game. Anyway, Burris stayed in for the rest of that 4th inning, but when the Bluefish retook the field in the 5th, Nina came on to play third base, and Cuevas moved across the diamond to first. So a 2-out infield single off the bat of Angeles Nina keeps the 8th inning alive for the Bluefish, and now the catcher Jose Hill will step to the plate. Right-hander's been warming for Bridgeport in their bullpen. Down the right field line. What they're doing for the Ducks right now. First pitch from Diaz to Hill coming up. Diaz fires, and Hill takes a fastball low. 1 ball, no strikes on Hill, who tonight has walked, grounded to short, and singled to center in his 3 at-bats. A single coming leading off the 6th inning, and that was the last base runner for Bridgeport prior to that infield single from Nino. 7 in a row had been retired by Ducks pitching. The 1-0. Hill takes way outside from Diaz, who has now fallen behind at 2 balls and no strikes. Nina came into the game 8 for 30 on the season with 4 RBIs. And now he's 1 for 2. So Diaz behind at 2 balls and no strikes to Jose Hill with 2 down and a runner at first. Set at the belt, he fires. Hill will swing and miss. He chased a hard breaking ball diving down in the zone. So Hill now with a strike on him, 2-1 the count. And Diaz trying to send this game to the 9th with the Ducks ahead by 3. Here comes a 2-1 delivery. Nina leads from first, held on there by Kraus, the 2-1. Hill takes a strike called on the inside corner. That pitch seemed to be a little bit up and in, and the fans and Hill both did not like that call from home plate umpire John Grasso. And Diaz gets a little bit of a break there. It didn't miss by a ton, but definitely from our vantage point here behind the plate seemed to be a little bit high and in tight. So now 2-2 with the runner at first and 2 down. Diaz is ready, kicks and comes home, and Hill takes downstairs. Good block at home plate by Alex Berg. So Diaz tried to get him to chase again. He would not. Now the count full at 3-2. So with that 3-2 count and 2 down, that means Nina will be off on the pitch from the right-hander. Diaz gets what he likes from Berg and comes set. Payoff pitch upcoming. Here it is, and Hill will take a breaking ball down and away for ball 4. So after a fly out and a strikeout, an infield single and a walk have put 2 on the bases for the Bluefish. And now Tony Abreu will come to the plate as the tying run. It's going to bring Billy Horn, the pitching coach for the Ducks, out of the dugout to try and settle down the right-hander. And it looks like Patrick Kreider, the left-hander, is going to start to get loose. You've got Abreu, who's a switch hitter at the plate, a righty, Jonathan Galvez, after him. And then if it gets them, the lefty swinging right fielder, Ozzie Guillen. Obviously, Kevin Bynes and the Ducks don't want it to get there. They want Diaz to find a way to get Abreu out. And so far, Ducks pitching has done that 3 times tonight. So Horn will have a quick chat with Diaz and Berg to try and get them to settle down and get this final out of the 8th, trying to protect this 3-0 lead. But the Bluefish have cooked a little something up here without hitting the ball out of the infield, really. Reyes fielded the ball in, I guess, shallow center field, but it was really an infield single. Looks like Frank DiGiulio Jr. had been the right-hander warming up for Bridgeport. He has ceased for the moment. So here's the lefty swinging Tony Abreu, who has flied out twice and grounded into a double play. Diaz comes set, and his first pitch to Abreu is a fastball that misses low. And the count 1-0. So Patrick Kreider has begun to get loose for the Ducks. Diaz trying to get back into the count here, down at 1-0. Looks to second, deals to Abreu, and he will swing and hit a fly ball to center off the end of the bat. Cleary Jr. moving in. He's going to make the catch. And Diaz works himself into and out of trouble here in the bottom of the 8th inning. So a single and a walk with 2 outs for the Bluefish, but they leave 2 more on the base pass. 9 left in the game for Bridgeport. And we will head to the 9th here at the ballpark at Harvey Yard with the Ducks still in front, 3-0.
Hey fans, this is catcher Alex Berg, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Going way back is Joe Holden, and he is looking up, and that one is headed to field 5 at Robert Moses. The waves are gnarly, and the Ducks have tied it at 1.
That was another home run for the Ducks. And Duck fans, what's more fun than a home run that helps the Ducks win a game? How about a homer that helps the community win? Chappie's Funeral Home and the Long Island Ducks have once again teamed up for the Chappie's Home Run Challenge. If the Ducks hit 100 homers this season, Chappie's Funeral Home will donate $5,000 to the Quackerjack Foundation. So every time a Ducks hitter goes deep this season, watch for the Chappie's Challenge home run count on the scoreboard. And if we reach 100, we're all a winner. Chappie's Funeral Home, where caring for others is a family tradition.
Can't get enough of the Long Island Ducks? Well, now you can get even more inside info on your favorite hometown team through Facebook and Twitter. The Ducks are constantly updating fans through social media with scores, transactions, ballpark promotions, and much more. You can even win great prizes. All you'll need to do is make a free account on Facebook and Twitter, and then visit us at facebook.com/LIDucks and twitter.com/LIDucks. Think you're Long Island's biggest Ducks fan? Get connected now.
On to the 9th inning we go here in Bridgeport, Connecticut. The Ducks with 3 runs on 5 hits and 1 error. The Bluefish, no runs, 7 hits, and 2 errors. John Brownell leading the way tonight for Long Island with 7 shutout innings, striking out 3, walking 2, and allowing 6 hits. Outdueling Jonathan Albaladejo, the starter for Bridgeport, who allowed 3 runs, 2 earned on 5 hits and 2 walks over 7 and struck out 7. Brian Moran just struck out the side in a 1-2-3/8, and now former Duck Frank DiGiulio Jr. will come on to pitch the 9th inning, and he will face the 6, 7, and 8 hitters for the Ducks, Berg, Puckett, and Cleary Jr. as Long Island looks to tack on some more insurance. The Ducks getting 2 runs in the 4th inning when Lentini reached on an error, Sonko an RBI double, a ground rule double, and Elmer Reyes with a 2-run single through the left side. They added another run in the 7th. On a double by Berg, a single by Puckett, and a sac fly off the bat of Delta Cleary Jr. Here's Alex Berg to lead off in the 9th. First pitch from DiGiulio Jr., and Berg takes a fastball on the outside corner for strike 1. Frank DiGiulio Jr., who spent a couple seasons with Long Island before getting traded here to Bridgeport, has made a total of 13 appearances for the Bluefish this year. He has an 0-3 record and an ERA of 3.75. Here's his 1-0 to Berg. Now the pitch is down in the dirt and away to even the count at 1-1. 12 innings for DiGiulio Jr. He's allowed 14 hits and 10 runs. Only 5 of them earned, though. So has not been helped out by his defense, which, as we told you, is statistically the worst in the league coming into tonight. 2 walks and 6 strikeouts for DeJulio Jr. Here's his 1-1 to Berg. Kicks and deals to the plate. Berg takes a fastball high and in tight. Ducks out of the way of it, 2-1. Berg doubled his last time up into left center field back in the 7th inning, and then later scored on the sac fly from Cleary Jr. Prior to that, had fly to right twice. So the count 2-1 on the Ducks catcher. DeJulio Jr. comes set. Here's his pitch. And Berg takes a breaking ball on the outside corner. Looked like Berg was thinking fastball and got the off speed. So now it is 2-2 on Berg with Puckett and Cleary Jr. to follow. In the top of the 9th, looking ahead to the bottom of the 9th, it'll be the bottom of the order for Bridgeport. Galvez, Guillen, and Myers, righty, lefty, righty. And it looks like Chinwe Sao has begun to get loose for the Ducks down the left field line. 2-2 delivery. And Berg takes a breaking ball on the inside corner, strike 3 called. Berg thought it was too far inside, but there is the first out here in the 9th. 4 straight Ducks batters have now been struck out, and 5 of the last 6. And overall, 11 strikeouts on the night for Bridgeport pitching.
Third base number 2, Cody Puckett.
So 1 away, and here's Cody Puckett to bat from the right side. First pitch from DeJulio Jr., and Puckett swings and misses, chasing down and away. 0-1 the count on Puckett, who is 1 for 3 tonight. Grounded it to a force at second in the 2nd inning, struck out looking in the 5th, and then singled to left in the 7th. A ground ball in the hole between 3rd and short, then went off the glove of the shortstop Hernandez. Here he grounds 1 to 3rd. Couple hops for Angeles Nina. His long throw across the diamond is in time for the out. So Puckett grounds to 3rd, and with that, 2 away. The 11 strikeouts by the Ducks offense right now ties their season high. They previously did that May 2nd at York. So the Ducks hoping not to set a new season high in strikeouts. And it'll be up to Delta Cleary Jr. to prevent that right now. The switch-hitting center fielder comes to the plate here in the 9th. He is 0 for 2 today, but has produced a run thanks to a sac fly in the 7th. That scored Alex Berg from 3rd base. DeJulio Jr. comes set, and his first pitch, Cleary Jr. a swing and a miss, chasing down and in. Prior to the sac fly, Cleary Jr. hit the ball hard in the 3rd, a line out to 2nd. And then in the 5th, hit a fairly deep drive to left center, but was caught by the center fielder, Darby Myers. If Cleary Jr. reaches, Dan Lyons will be next. Most of the crowd has made their way out tonight. A handful of fans still here as we play in the top half of the 9th inning. 0-1 from DeJulio Jr. is grounded to the right side and through, a base hit for Delta Cleary Jr. So the Ducks pick up their 6th hit of the game as Cleary Jr. singles through the right side and ends a streak of 7 straight Ducks batters that had been retired since Lyons reached on the error in the 7th. And Cleary Jr. now 1 for 3. So with a runner on and 2 outs, that'll bring Dan Lyons to the plate for his 4th at-bat of the night. Defense slightly shifted to the left side. The second baseman, Cayaspo, up the middle, and the third baseman, Nina, near the line. Cleary Jr. leads from first. And DeJulio Jr. set on the mound, his first pitch. Lyons takes a fastball on the inside corner for strike 1. See if Cleary Jr. tries to take off for second at any point here. Thus far, 11 steals and 13 attempts, and the Ducks would love to get him in a scoring position. That way, Lyons could potentially drive him in with a base hit and add to this 3-0 lead. Cleary Jr. takes his lead, now in 0-1. DeJulio Jr. fires. Lyons takes. This fastball just misses inside, right about knee high. Now we'll even things up at 1-1. DeJulio Jr., a hard thrower, sometimes can be a little erratic, but for the most part pitched well in a Long Island Ducks uniform. Here's the 1-1. Breaking ball is on the inside corner for a strike. Good movement on that curveball from DeJulio Jr. And the count goes to 1-2. Right, he made the Ducks as a spring training invitee in 2015, went 3-1 with a 2.87 ERA in 40 games. His first year with the flock. 1-2, Lions fouls this one off back behind the plate. Just got a little piece to stay alive. So we'll do it once again at a ball and 2 strikes. And again, last year began the season with the Ducks, did DiGiulio Jr., and went 2-0 with a 1.04 ERA in 22 games. But ultimately was traded up here to Bridgeport during the season. I believe that was the trade for Scott Schumann, who ended up getting hurt with Long Island. 1-2. And Lions lays off the breaking ball that missed the outside corner. And so that will even up the count at 2 balls and 2 strikes. Indeed, that was the trade for Scott Schumann July the 13th last year, right after the All-Star break. 2-2 pitch. Lions takes the breaking ball for a called strike 3. Nice pitch from DiGiulio Jr. So he strikes out 2 looking in this 9th inning. And make it 12 strikeouts for Bluefish pitching tonight against this Ducks offense. But we head to the bottom of the 9th here at the ballpark at Harbor Yard. Chinwe Sao coming in from the bullpen to try and close it out as the Ducks lead 3-0.
Hey fans, this is pitcher David Artsma, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Oh, I love it. The color of my new Nicolot patio is so vibrant. It's unlike anything I've ever seen.
You're welcome. I'm just going to go finish that Nicolot walkway now.
Make your pavers vivid Nicolot pavers. The best looking, most vibrant pavers with the most 3-color blends in the industry. Featuring Nicolot's exclusive paver shield and color blending technology. With color throughout and guaranteed not to fade. Live life in color with Nicolot. Visit Nicolot.com.
Hey Ducks fans, stay up to date with Long Island's hometown team by visiting Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Quack of the Bat will bring Ducks fans beyond the headlines with in-depth feature articles, breaking news stories, game previews, post-game wrap-ups, and so much more. Interact with the team during the entire season through quotes directly from the players and coaches, as well as exclusive video clips and photos. Check out the blog today at quackofthebat.wordpress.com. Quack of the Bat, the official blog of the Long Island Ducks. Bottom of the 9th inning here at the ballpark at Harbor Yard. It is the Bridgeport Bluefish trailing the Long Island Ducks by a count of 3-0. Chinwe Sao has come on to try and close this one out and earn the save for the Ducks. After Amalio Diaz turned in a scoreless 8th inning, he allowed a hit and a walk, struck out 1, but ultimately no runs. And so Sal will come on for the Ducks as he looks for save number 2 on the year. And for the Bluefish, it'll be the bottom 3 in their order due up. The righty swinging left fielder, Jonathan Galvez. The lefty swinging right fielder, Osni Guillen. And the righty swinging center fielder, Darby Myers. Michael Pollock here with you. Thanks so much for tuning in on this Tuesday night. No matter where you're joining us from or which avenue you are tuned in on, whether it's liducks.com, Facebook Live, or youtube.com/DucksBaseball. We appreciate you joining us. First pitch from Sal to Jonathan Galvez is a fastball that missed upstairs for ball 1. Galvez, the left fielder and 7-hitter tonight, is 0 for 2 with the walk. Drew that walk back in the second. And since then, he has grounded back to the mound and fly to center. Sal comes set on the rubber. That is 1-0. Galvez takes a fastball strike on the outside corner, 1-1. For Chinwe Sao, this is his 9th appearance of the year. He's 1-1, has a 1.13 ERA, and the aforementioned save. Here is the 1-1 on the way. Galvez is swinging a foul tip into the glove of Alex Berg. Another fastball from Sao. It's 1-2. In 8 innings for Chinwe Sao, 7 hits, a run, 5 walks to 4 strikeouts. Former major leaguer in his first season here with the Ducks. And now his 1-2 delivery. Galvez a swing and a miss. Strike 3. Cut through the slider down and away. First strikeout of the night for Sal, the 5th for Ducks pitching. And there's one away here in the bottom half of the 9th. Sal last pitched on Saturday night. He pitched the first 2 games of the series against Somerset. Picked up the win on Friday night with a scoreless inning in the 9th before the Ducks came back with 3 runs in the bottom of the 9th to turn a 3-1 deficit into a 4-3 win. Through a scoreless inning on Saturday, did allow a hit and 2 walks, but ultimately no runs, did not strike out a batter. The Ducks had a lead going into the 9th, lost the lead, but came right back and won the game. Breaking ball is on the outside corner for strike 1 to Osni Guillen, who is the right fielder and 8-hitter. He is 0 for 3 tonight. He has flied to left, line to second, and struck out. He and Abreu, the only 2 Bluefish batters who have not reached in this game. The 0-1, line foul, third base side out of play. And Chimway Sal quickly ahead at 0-2 on the lefty swinging Osni Guillen. And 3 runs on 6 hits. And 1 error for the Ducks, no runs, 7 hits, and 2 errors for the Bluefish. On that big scoreboard out in right center field. 0-2 coming up from Sal to Guillen. Right-hander kicks and fires, and Guillen is swinging a fly ball in the air to shallow left center. Long run out for Lyons, and he cannot make the catch. Lands for a base hit. And Guillen is on with 1 out here in the 9th inning. Went a long way, did Lyons, and got to the spot, but just could not come up with the baseball. And so Guillen is on with 1 out here in the 9th, and that will bring Darby Myers to the plate. It is, as expected, ruled a base hit for Guillen. Although Lyons will tell you he should have gotten that one. Looked like it was going to go in no man's land out in left field in front of Vega and behind Lyons. Then looked like for a second Lyons had gotten to the spot, but as he reached up, could not secure it. So 1 on, 1 out. Here is the 9-hitter and center fielder Darby Myers, who is 1 for 3 on the night. Time is called. Now Myers is ready to go. Sal ready on the mound. His first pitch, and Myers takes a fastball that missed the inside corner.
Welcome, Owen.
For ball 1. Myers singled in the 2nd inning, though it was a ground ball or a hard humpback line drive right at Lyons that bounced and went about a mile high over his head. A very bizarre situation. 1-0. Myers takes inside, just missed him. And it's 2 balls and no strikes. Myers then struck out swinging in the 5th. And fly to center in the 7th. Obviously, the Ducks would love a ground ball here. Puckett playing pretty close to the line at 3rd base. Ray is shaded towards the middle at 2nd base, and Kraus holding on the runner at first. 2-0. Myers takes a fastball strike over the inside corner. Like he was taking all the way there at 2-0, so now it is 2-1. They've accidentally given a couple hits here in this inning to the Ducks when it should be given to the Bluefish. Here's the 2-0. Fly ball in the air to right, backing up Phelan Lentini. He'll get to the spot and make the catch. So Myers retired on the fly ball to right, back to first goes Guillen. And with 2 outs, Bluefish down to their last out here in the 9th inning, and that will leave it up to the switch hitting shortstop, Luis Hernandez. Now they've made the correction on the scoreboard. It should be 8-6 in favor of the Bluefish in hits. And so now they have corrected that. So with 2 down here in the 9th, up steps Hernandez, who was 1 for 4 on the night. His lone hit a single to right back in the 5th inning. Eventually got stranded at 3rd, and he takes the first pitch fastball down and away for ball 1 from Sal. Prior to that single, he grounded to 2nd and grounded to 1st in the 1st and 2nd innings respectively, and then struck out swinging in the 7th. The last batter that John Brownell faced. Pitch here is fouled back to the screen. Good fastball from Sal on the inner half. That'll even the count at 1 ball and 1 strike. So 1-1 here on Hernandez. Infield play straight away. Kraus now playing behind the runner at first. Here is the 1-1, breaking ball at the knees on the outside corner for strike 2. And Sal now a strike away from picking up his 2nd save of the year. 3-0 Ducks here in inning number 9. 2 down and a runner at first in the form of Osni Guillen. Sal gets the sign from Berg and comes set. The 1-2 on the way to Hernandez is swung on and grounded foul along the first base line. We'll do it again at 1-2. Ducks looking to pick up their 4th win in a row, their 6th win in 7 games. Bluefish came in winners of back-to-back games and 7 wins in their last 10. But a win for the Ducks would trim a game of deficit between them and Bridgeport, between 2nd and 3rd in the Liberty Division. Here is another 1-2 from Sal, and it is swung on and fouled back to the screen. A high fastball, and Hernandez just got enough to stay alive. We'll do it again. And as the switch hitting shortstop, 1 for 4 on the night. The runner at first base is Osni Guillen. Not much of a stolen base threat, though it doesn't matter now. 0-2. Or check that 1-2, and it just missed the outside corner. Sal tried to paint the outside corner at the knees, but it just did miss down and away. So it is now 2 balls and 2 strikes on Luis Hernandez. And now the shortstop steps out. Looks like he's having a conversation with John Grosso, the home plate umpire. I'm not sure what about. But Hernandez will step back in. Sal looks into the plate. Now he's got what he wants from Berg. 2-2 delivery. Hernandez checked his swing on a breaking ball down low. They appeal, and David Speranza, the third base umpire, who's out by second, says that Hernandez did not go, so the count goes full at 3-2, which means the runner from first base will be off on the pitch from Chinwe Sal. Three balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the 9th. Sal trying to close out this 3-0 lead for the Ducks. Here's the payoff pitch to Hernandez. Swinging a pop-up foul behind the plate. Berg gives it a look. This will go back into the seats once again. And we will have yet another payoff pitch. Hernandez having a good at-bat here, fighting off several tough pitches from Sal, not giving in. So once again, it will be Guillen going from first on the 3-2 delivery. Sal gets what he wants. Comes set at the belt. Another 3-2 to Hernandez is taken low, ball 4. Would not chase. A 2-out walk issued by Chinwe Sal to Luis Hernandez. 4th walk thrown in the game by the Bluefish. Guillen goes to second. And that will bring up the righty swinging first baseman, Jose Cuevas. So Hernandez with a terrific at-bat finds his way on to put 2 on here in the 9th for the Bluefish. And now Jose Cuevas up to bat. He is 1 for 4 on the night. The lone hit a single to right field in inning number 5. Sal comes set on the rubber, his first pitch, and Cuevas swings and misses. Fastball on the inner half, 0-1. Cuevas grounded back to the mound in the first. He bounced to short in the second, single to right as we mentioned in the 5th, and then a fly out to right in the 8th inning. Guillen leads from second, Hernandez from first. Runner goes for third. The 0-1 is taken outside. No throw to third base. On the count 1-1, I don't think Berg would have had him anyway. We'll see if that's a stolen base or defensive indifference. Again, that run doesn't matter, but it now takes away a force at third base. So it is 1-1 on Jose Cuevas. Hernandez takes his lead at first base. They do rule it a stolen base. Sal deals, and the 1-1 is taken down and in. That's 2 balls and a strike. Bluefish are showing patience here against Sal, not chasing out of the strike zone. And they are making Sal work to get this final out. Sal comes set. Here is the 2-1 delivery. Cuevas a swing and a miss at a fastball for strike 2. Another pitch down in the zone, and again, Sal is a strike away. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 outs, and 2 on as we play in the bottom of the 9th inning. The Ducks leading 3-0 in the opener of this 4-game series against the Bridgeport Bluefish. Sal gets the sign from Berg, comes set. The runners lead. And the 2-2 on the way. Cuevas swings, bounces it over the mound towards the middle. Dandelions fields behind second, throws on a first, just in time for the out. This ball game is over, and the Long Island Ducks shut out the Bridgeport Bluefish 3-0 to earn their first shutout victory of the season, and they take the opening game of this 4-game series over their crosstown rivals. Nice play by Dan Lyons out behind second base to field that baseball on a high chopper by Jose Cuevas. He picks it up, he fires a strike to Mark Krause at first, and the throw just does beat Jose Cuevas, who hustled hard up the first base line. So the Ducks out on the field high-fiving to celebrate another victory, their 4th win in a row, their 6th in the last 7 games. And they have now moved to a game over 500 at 16-15 on the season. Don't go anywhere. The post-game show is coming up next. We will recap this game and hand out the Player of the Game award. The Ducks win it tonight, 3-0 over Bridgeport.
Hey fan, this is a pitcher Amali Diaz, and you're listening to the Ducks baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
M&V Limousines is the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks. Family owned and operated, they've been in the business for over 24 years. M&V Limousines offers coach buses with Wi-Fi and restrooms, party buses, exotic limousines, and also recently acquired Hampton Luxury Liner with regular service from New York City to the Hamptons. They also offer a variety of vineyard tour options. Whether you're looking for transportation for weddings, proms, corporate outings, or long-distance trips, they've got the right vehicle for you. Visit their showroom in Comac or check them out online at mvlimo.com. M&V Limousines and Hampton Luxury Liner, the official bus company of the Long Island Ducks.
Family fun every time.
Beautiful evening for baseball.
Big action every time.
He reaches up, it's gone!
Great value every time.
And the Ducks have won it 7-1.
The Ducks schedule is loaded with new promotions this season, and with an average ticket price of just $10 and free parking, there is no better value on Long Island. For game times and tickets, visit liducks.com. Long Island Ducks baseball. Good times every time.
Back here at the ballpark at Harbor Yard, where the Ducks win it tonight by a final count of 3-0. It's Long Island's first shutout win of the season. They take the opening game of this 4-game series. They have won their 4th consecutive game, 6th win in 7 overall for the Ducks, and they have now moved to a game over 500 at 16 wins and 15 losses on the season. And it is the first time that the Ducks are over 500 since May the 5th, when they were 8-7 on the year. So good job by the Ducks to get back over 500. They're now 9-7 away from home, 7-7 against the Liberty Division. Bluefish, meanwhile, fall to 18-14. Their 2-game winning streak is snapped, and they're now leading the Ducks by just a game and a half in the Liberty Division standings. Bluefish, meanwhile, fall to 6-7 now here at home and 4-4 against the Liberty Division. Let's recap this game. Both sides, as we mentioned, it was going to be a pitcher's duel tonight with the 2 most recent Atlantic League pitchers of the year, John Brownell, who won it in 2015, Jonathan Albaladejo, who won it last year. Neither side gave up a run through the first 3 innings. John Brownell did get out of a couple of big jams. Bases loaded with 2 out in the first. He got Tony Abreu to fly to right first and second with 1 out in the second, and he got a pair of groundouts to get out of that jam. And then in the 4th inning, Phelan Lantini reached on an error by third baseman Jose Cuevas to begin the inning when his throw to first could not be handled by Sean Burroughs. Angelo Sanco then followed with a double down the right field line, a ground rule double, a line shot that went off of the heel of the glove of Sean Burroughs, who later had to come out of the game due to injury. So the Ducks had second and third with nobody out, and Elmer Reyes followed with a 2-run single through the hole on the left side of the infield. And that gave the Ducks a 2-0 lead. Albaladejo settled down and pitched scoreless innings in the 5th and the 6th. But in the 7th, allowed a leadoff double to Alex Berg, a single to left by Cody Puckett, put runners at the corners, and then Delta Cleary Jr. lifted a sac fly to center to bring in Alex Berg and make it a 3-0 game. Meanwhile, Brownell settled down through back-to-back innings in the 3rd and 4th where he faced a minimum 3 batters. Got into another jam in the 5th with 1 out when he allowed a single to Hernandez, who stole 2nd, and then moved to 3rd on a single to right by Jose Cuevas. But Callaspo lined to short, and Angeles Nina, who had come in for the injured Burrows, grounded into a force out at 2nd to end the 5th. Brownell allowed a leadoff single in the 6th, but then retired the next 5 batters that he faced to end his night, and struck out the final hitter he faced, Luis Hernandez. Amalio Diaz came in the 8th, got the first 2 batters out with ease, but allowed an infield single to Nina and a walk to Heel. However, he got out of trouble by getting a fly out off the bat of Tony Abreu. And then in the 9th, Chinwe Sao came on, allowed a 1-out single to Osni Guillen. And then with 2 outs, allowed a walk to Luis Hernandez, a stolen base move Guillen to 3rd. But Jose Cuevas hit a chopper behind the mound as 2nd that Dan Lyons fielded and threw a perfect strike to Mark Krause at 1st, just in time to beat Cuevas for the final out of the game. Now the Ducks won it by a final count of 3-0. Final totals from the game tonight: 3 runs, 6 hits, and an error for the Ducks, who left 6 on base. No runs, 8 hits, and 2 errors for the Bluefish, who left 11. That's certainly the story of tonight for Bridgeport. Missed opportunities. Winning pitcher John Brownell, his 2nd win in a row. He improves to a perfect 3-0 on the season. The loser, Jonathan Albaladejo, despite turning in a quality start and striking out 7 over 7 innings, he falls to 3-2. Chinwe Sao, a scoreless night to pick up his 2nd save of the year. The game took 2 hours and 57 minutes in front of 2,277 here at the ballpark at Harbor Yard. Tonight's player of the game, without question, John Brownell of the Long Island Ducks, the starter. 7 scoreless innings, allowed just 6 hits and 2 walks, struck out 3, threw a total of 104 pitches, 68 of which were for strikes, and continued a line of starting pitching that did not allow a single run for the Ducks. It is now 4 straight Duck starters, Perez, O'Grady, Melville, and Brownell in that order, that have not allowed a run. 25 consecutive innings from Duck starters without yielding a run. And tonight, John Brownell is our player of the game. Take one more break here on the postgame. When we come back, the out-of-town scoreboard, and then we will wrap things up from Bridgeport, Connecticut.
Hey fans, this is pitcher Tyler Wilson, and you're listening to Ducks Baseball on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network.
Long Island's Ford Giant is celebrating its 60th year anniversary. Stop by Sayville Ford to check out their state-of-the-art showroom featuring enclosed service drives, luxurious customer lounge, and a larger selection to choose from. Get giant savings on hundreds of new and used vehicles in stock. Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary celebration is going on now. Visit SayvilleFord.com or download the Sayville Ford app today to learn more about Sayville Ford's 60th anniversary savings. Call 631-589-4800 today.
Have your birthday at the ballpark this season and celebrate with the flock. Kona Ice birthday party packages with the Long Island Ducks are now available. Each package includes 10 box seats, a commemorative birthday t-shirt and autographed baseball, a pizza and Kona Ice party in the Hebrew National Picnic area, and so much more. Best of all, the birthday child will stand on the dugout while the entire crowd sings happy birthday. Reserve your party today by calling the group sales department at 631-940-3825. Kona Ice birthday parties with the Long Island Ducks, a once-in-a-lifetime experience.
Back one final time tonight here at the ballpark at Harbor Yard in Bridgeport, Connecticut. The Long Island Ducks are in their first shutout win of the season with a 3-0 defeat of the Bridgeport Bluefish. Let's take a look at the out-of-town scoreboard before we wrap things up. Day-night doubleheader today in Sugar Land, Texas, between the Patriots and the Skeeters. Day game went to Somerset, 6-3 the score. As the winning pitcher was Alex Guillen in relief of Will Oliver. He improved to 3-1. The loser was Brett Marshall, who fell to 4-2, and Ronnie Shaben picked up his 3rd save of the year. Travis Scott, a home run for Sugar Land, his 3rd of the year. Meanwhile, Jerry Sands led the way for Somerset with 2 hits and 3 RBIs. Game 2 had a 1-0 lead in favor of Somerset at an RBI single by Olmo Rosario, but that game has been in a lengthy rain delay since. There were some tornado warnings in the area. We hope everybody is all right. But it sounds like that game is going to get back underway eventually. Right now, Somerset with a 1-0 lead. So for the moment, the Ducks are 3 games behind Somerset. If the Patriots lose, then it would go down to 2.5 games in the Liberty Division standings. Meanwhile, final in Southern Maryland, where the Blue Crabs defeat the Barnstormers 5-2. Pat McCoy, the winner, improved to 1-1. Brian Evans, the loss, fell to 1-2. And Cody Epley picked up his 9th save of the year for Southern Maryland. There was one home run in the game. It came off the bat of Trayvon Robinson for Lancaster, his 3rd of the year. Blue Crabs led by Rodriguez and Conn, who each drove in 2 runs. And a final in York, Pennsylvania tonight. The Bees rally from behind, and they defeat the York Revolution 8-6. Mike Heppel, the win in relief, improved to 1-0. Luke Westfall, the loss in relief, fell to 1-2. And Joe Beimel picked up his 4th save of the year. Jamar Walton hit his 5th home run of the year for New Britain. Isaiah Tejeda his 6th, and Michael Burgess his 4th for the York Revolution. Tejeda driving in 4 runs. So those are finals in the Atlantic League. Meanwhile, on the Major League scoreboard, the Yankees fell tonight to the Kansas City Royals at Yankee Stadium 6-2. Danny Duffy, the win, improved to 4-3. Adam Warren, the loss in relief, fell to 1-1 after Jordan Montgomery threw 6 2/3 innings of 1-run ball and struck out 6 for the Yankees. He takes a no decision. No save in the game. Home runs for the Yankees from Aaron Hicks, his 8th, and Chris Carter, his 4th. For the Royals, Kane hit his 2nd, Bonifacio his 6th, Merrifield his 5th, and Moustakas his 11th. So a slugfest at Yankee Stadium. Yankees fall 6-2. As for the Mets, they defeat the Padres 9-3 behind a 7-run first inning. Matt Harvey, the winner, improved to 3-3. Ulysse Chassin, the loss, fell to 4-4. Michael Conforto had 2 home runs for the Mets, his 12th and 13th of the season. And as for the San Diego Padres, Ryan Schimpf went deep, his 11th home run of the season. NHL playoffs tonight. Ottawa Senators trying to keep their season alive. They lead it 2-1 at home over the Pittsburgh Penguins with about 18 minutes to go in the 3rd period. An Ottawa win sends it back to Pittsburgh for Game 7. A Penguins win means they will play the Predators in the Stanley Cup Final. And in Game 4 in Cleveland, the Cavaliers with an 87-80 lead over the Boston Celtics through 3 quarters. Cavaliers trying to take a 3-1 series lead over the Celtics. And early on in Phoenix, the New York Liberty lead the Phoenix Mercury 13-8. So that'll do it for the out-of-town scoreboard. This series will continue tomorrow. We've got a long day of baseball, a single admission doubleheader that begins bright and early, 10:35 first pitch here at the ballpark at Harbor Yard. Quick turnaround for the 2 teams. In Game 1, Matt Larkins will take the mound trying to right the ship. He's been struggling of late. He's 0-3 with an 8.14 ERA on the season. And left-hander Chris Rierick, who has struggled for Bridgeport, will start. He is 1-1 with a 5.10 ERA. 7-inning game scheduled, and then following a 30-minute break, Game 2 will follow. And for the Ducks, they will send Jack Snodgrass to the mound, who has missed the first month of the season due to arm soreness. But he is back and active and ready to go, so he'll make his 2017 debut after pitching well for the Ducks last year and having his contract purchased by the Rangers organization. Charles Brewer, meanwhile, will go for the Bluefish, and he has gotten off to a 3-0 start on the year, but that's thanks to, in large part, his offense, because he has a 6.28 earned run average on the season. So Brewer will look to get yet another win, but the Ducks got off to the right start in the Ferry Cup Series, trying to defend their Ferry Cup title from a year ago, and they now lead this season series 1-0 thanks to their 3-0 shutout win over the Bridgeport Bluefish here tonight. That'll do it for us tonight here at the ballpark at Harbor Yard. Once again, the final score, the Ducks 3 and the Bluefish 0. We invite you to join us for our next Long Island Ducks broadcast, which will be tomorrow, when we will play 2 here at the ballpark at Harbor Yard. Pre-game show will begin at 10:20 in the morning. Breakfast with the Ducks, first pitch for Game 1 of the doubleheader at 10:35. Game 2 will begin approximately 30 minutes after the completion of Game 1. Follow all the action right here on the Long Island Ducks Broadcast Network. My name is Michael Pollack. Thank you so much for spending your Tuesday night with me. I hope you enjoyed the broadcast and the Ducks win. Have a great rest of your Tuesday night. We'll do it all over again on Wednesday for 2 here in Bridgeport. Good night and so long from Southern Connecticut.